Should be.
We should be. I hope so. Oh, we have.
Are we live?
I'm here for those spicy wings, Shortbeard. Yes.
Are we live?
It-
Looks
we did
like
it.
we're live.
We're absolutely live. And there is another voice here, and for once.
You do not know who I am.
Here's the thing. We managed to get the one guy out of my head, and now he's here to kind of co-host with us on our Demiplanes and Doodles. What'd you
Mate, I ain't out of your head. I'm just inside your head now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait, we cursed within the first 5 minutes. Goddamn fuck.
Oh, goddamn bullshit. God damn it, this!
Did I ruin y'all's,
No, I ruined it.
Everyone ruins it. It's fine.
It's fine. We just kind of, oh god, that's not how that works. I apologize. I had the wrong thing selected.
Wow, look at all the fanciness.
Oh no. We're just gonna struggle with this because I'm using
Look at all that.
What did you do?
I don't look at Twitch. Just don't look at Twitch.
Look at Twitch.
Wait, what? I'm looking at it. What's happening?
Nothing.
I'm paying 10,000 bits for a corgi.
You're paying 10,000 bits for a corgi?
Wow, that's $20. No. Excuse me, you're getting a zero cost corgi.
So hello, welcome to Demiplanes and Doodles. We have me, a Vic, we have a Lynn, and we also have a Jesus with us tonight.
Hi guys, how are you doing? How's life?
How's life?
How was your mom and dad? Doing good?
So before we get into tonight,
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all Gucci. I'm gonna just erase these dudes over here and leave this nice boy in place.
You could erase
No,
him if you
I'm
need
not
to.
erasing this boy. He's a good boy.
Is he though?
Yes, he is. Oh, I mean, it's up for debate right now, but you know.
Wow.
Watch our Monday streams to find out. Plug.
What layer did I put him on?
Yeah, you probably put him on sketch like a good person.
Oh, good. I did my layer check.
You did your layer check, unlike me last time. I did not.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. Good job.
Is this how you guys start your all your whatchamacallits?
Yeah, of course.
Jesus, you know.
You know.
I edit them and then apparently I don't remember them.
So, all right. Before we get into our art discussion for tonight, let's do our thing and thank our friends and fam. And we usually start with our friends at Talon and Claw. You can scroll down on our Twitch down below. We have a link to their Etsy shop. They make a bunch of fancy Dungeons and Dragons things like dice vaults, dice trays, DM screens, and they're always like putting out new projects. And they're also going somewhere, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be at GaryCon, which is awesome.
Yeah, so if you're going to GaryCon, stop by and say hi to them. Check out their product. They're gonna have a lot of fun stuff there, and if not, you just go check out their Etsy below, and we have a coupon code you can use, which is Divine Conquer. Put that in, and you get 10% off on your purchase. Yeah. And then I believe also another person is doing they're doing a leap day sale, which is for Cutie Chains Designs. If you go to her Etsy page, I can drop a link there in a hot second. She has a Leap Day sale where she's doing, I think, 25% off on her dice bags. So go check that out. And
Woohoo!
I'm gonna let Lynn just riff off me real quick as I'm grabbing that link to drop into chat. What's that one comic we're doing again?
Oh yeah, that one comic about these two righteous bros that are going to try to save the world.
Yes.
The Alistair comic is coming out this year.
Yeah.
We're super excited. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We actually just opened up a new tier on our Patreon as well.
We just posted our first post for it.
Yeah, it's the Zesty tier, so you're gonna get some Zesty artwork from Vic and myself.
Can we get Zesty artwork here?
Super zesty artwork,
Oh,
guys.
We can do Zesty artwork here, but the problem is if you decide to put it on YouTube, they don't like that.
Yeah, they really don't like that.
Well,
Bro.
I mean, like,
Bro, they really
whatever.
don't like that.
I mean, if you want to get if you want to, that's fine.
I don't want to lose the channel that I worked so hard to keep since
Yeah, that's.
2015.
I mean, we don't have to put this particular episode on YouTube either.
Excuse the hecking out of me. My voice is on it. I am egotistical. It's gonna go on YouTube.
You asked, okay?
Gosh
Unless you want to take the time to blur things.
I have, and I hate well, this is motion tracking, so this would be pretty easy to blur out, actually. Not gonna lie. I did a let's play of Agony back when I was like doing things solo, and oh my god, do demons just like moving their tits everywhere in front of you, and you're like, please no, I'm a good Christian boy, and they're like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Dis, can you explain why demons do that?
So, I have a theory, and it's the idea of miscategorizing heathenism, and such as miscategorizing with the idea of the Judeo-Christian God that we like to have here in America. The idea that anything in excess that is bad is done in hell.
Okay.
Because we need the enemy and we need a thing to call the antagonist. We need something to call the enemy. Because when we can unify calling something an enemy, we can be unified. So, if you have a lot of titty, then you are going to hell. Therefore,
is that why you went to hell?
Yeah. I mean, I gotta wear a bra all the time. It's itchy. I mean, you guys don't even know.
That explains so much.
No. I think that the oversimplification of what is misguided heathenism is easily used to depict hell or the abyss, anything that is where the baddies go. Because it should not be. So.
Oh my god.
Just.
I think Dis in his size would probably be like a C cup. It needs to be a little bit bigger.
Excuse me.
Can they be seashells?
Oh my lord! Yes.
Or actually no. Can they be like the steering wheel of a ship?
I was gonna say, whichever one you decide to do, Fox gave it to him.
God damn it. He's like, put a shirt on.
Do like oh yeah.
Put a shirt on.
Do like the conch shells that are like
the
that
cones.
cones.
Oh my god. All right, fine. It's zesty hours, guys.
Oh my lord.
So that jumps into our theme for tonight, guys.
Oh yeah, we have a theme. I forgot.
Control my emotions. Yeah, what's the theme, y'all?
Well, angels, demons, devils, and gods. So that is our theme for tonight. That is our theme.
Yes. So,
ding ding ding.
What is the difference between the three?
Well,
how much the highest power likes you, I guess.
That's a good way of putting it. So
I mean,
like there's a right
assuming
he's about to tell us.
I mean,
assuming that there is a higher power ruling over them all.
And please correct me if I'm wrong, and if I am wrong, then don't correct me. If I recall correctly, of the recollection, in the D&D, when there was the Blood War, it's like I think Greyhawk, Forgotten Realms type of mythos, not Faerun or Eberron, or the other ones that exist. When the Blood War happened, the celestial beings sent their best warriors to go face off against the demonic hordes. This just ever-growing infinite chaos and destruction. And through millennia of evolution, some of the angels started turning red to just deal with the heat, started growing more monstrosities on them, essentially started looking like what your doubles look like, because they needed to evolve to deal with the atmospheres of the abyss. And as that continued, they don't look pretty no more, so you go bye-bye now. And in a contract that Asmodeus made with, I think, Primus and is it Primus? No, Primus is a band. What's the name?
Yeah, they made Asmodeus made a contract with Primus, and
No,
Primus and Mastodon and all of them.
And
No, what's
he's currently on tour with them right now, actually.
Asmodeus and Primus would be okay. No, what the hell is the Motodrone's god? Prime Daddy. What's his name?
Prime
Pretty sure
Daddy.
Chat can tell us right now if they want.
It's Primus, right? What? It's
You got the power of Google, man. I'm too busy drawing. I'm too busy drawing the conch titties.
Mono drone, a deity.
I love how I tune in at the weirdest times.
Hey, Chat Mom here. I thought you were supposed to be in bed resting because you were sicky.
Mono drone is from Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
I have.
Yes, Primus is the name of the deity. I was correcto.
He is the name of the deity and the band.
Yeah. Apparently, the most. Do you want us to see what Primus looks like in when he was drafted in E1?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes,
that is Primus, by definition, is a complex creature of infiniteness. There can only be one Primus. Oh my God damn it. There can only be one Primus. And if ever there's a situation where something was undoed on your tablet. Okay.
Yeah.
You undoed it. If Primus ever dies, the next Infinity -1 drone becomes the next Primus, and they all evolve one stage forward. That's weird. So Primus, the god of absolute law, and Asmodeus fucking tricked them because Asmodeus is a nerd.
He's a fucking nerd.
They made a contract for all the brethren that could no longer go to heaven because they're quote unquote not fashionable enough. So now they have hell.
Not fashionable enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's another version of the story. But
Sorry, they were just not. They were just not passe.
Yeah. It's like, oh, cool, you fought the war, you won heaven's freedom, but you kind of look gross, though. Like, horns are out of season.
Grayson was there evaluating, and it was like, ew.
Ew. Derivative.
That is last season. It's like a Demon's Next top model.
Demon's Next top model. Grayson's on the guest judge panel. It's like, who let him in here? Well, actually, yes.
He walked in.
I vibe with that. I gotta draw a monodrone in a minute because those are fun.
Monodrones. So, we'll go back to angels, demons, and devils, and how it stands from our point of view as humans, because the game is based on our point of view. I just want to reiterate the hubris that we are. That by definition of Primus, the god, it is an infinite structure, right? It is in infinity of things, and it can do infinite amount of things because one monodrone can only do one thing at a time. Dual drone, 2 things, 3 drone, 4 drone, pentadrone, etc. Until you go into infinity, which is the god. Guess what the god looks like? A human. Because we are so egocentric that we think that a human is the most infinite and complex thing.
Yeah, we think something's omnipotent and we just give it a human form.
Yeah.
Well, let's not
That's
get into
why
semantics.
we were created in God's image.
We're not going to get into semantics, though. We're drawing art.
What? Art has definitions and infiniteness?
Yeah, so I actually have a Google Doc up for discussions on angels, demons, gods, and devils and all that good kush.
To try to have a sense of
we're trying to have some
structure.
We're attempting structure. It's
Wow.
a long process.
Wow.
Super long process.
Is the Google Docs gonna be on the
no, it is not actually. As you can see, we have a friend.
Oh, it is not. I don't know how your fucking world works.
I'm magic, bro.
Oh wow.
So on the topic of horny boys and choir boys, let's see. So the influence of gods, demons, devils, and angels. How is it they affect your world building as a creator? Discuss.
I think that I can talk about this in an infinite amount of time.
You definitely could. That's why I'm letting you talk while I draw this
I
out
was
real
gonna
quick.
say, is this the only reason why you came over so you can finally draw and not answer questions?
I mean, I'm trying to multitask as best as I can.
So I am very curious as to Lynn and Alistair.
Yes.
You are primarily drawing, or are you drawing and writing?
I primarily draw. Vic is the one who kind of takes over writing, but we kind of we bounce back and forth with ideas.
We bounce back and
Okay,
forth with
all right.
ideas and like especially with dialogue and whatnot.
Okay, so then it is appropriate for me to say,
Yes.
hey, what is Vic? Your point of view on this, and what was the original like Alistair point of view on deities and angels and demons and devils? Like, is there a difference between demons and devils? Was there an overarching thing that angels had to deal with? Like, what up, bro?
Well, there's some fun lore in there that we're gonna try to vaguely discuss without giving too much away.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's your answer.
Well,
when reply, I resent the monkeys.
Yes.
Monikers. Well, Vic, we can talk a little bit about Alistair's world.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because it's the same one that we do the RP in, so.
Of course, yeah, we can talk about that. So.
Yeah.
Discussing in terms of you had I know you had a very interesting lore for Tieflings itself when it comes to that world and who they're involved with.
They're involved. Well, it just kind of goes back to like just D&D lore in general.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not. Basically, I wrote Alistair's world a long time ago. It was actually part of a campaign that I was DMing, so I made my own pantheon. But it really wasn't my own. It was just taking the D&D like gods and demons and stuff, but changing their names because I knew I was gonna like want to make a comic book out of it, and I didn't want to get so
didn't want
Get
to
out of my head.
So that's just the main thing that's happening there.
Yep.
But like as far as like gods go, Alistair's god is Soon. You know.
Yeah.
Love and beauty and righteousness and stuff, but
beauty and righteousness, bro.
In the comic, he's going to have someone different.
Yeah, we're working.
And I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, we're working on a brand new pantheon for this, and it's gonna be so.
I was gonna say, so Alistair's original god was literally aesthetics.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. I love that.
And he's like the least like soon-ish paladin, I guess you could say.
BDs and everything, though.
Yeah. Well, because like, how is it you had it? The paladins of Soon were like very into touchy-feely relations and.
Well, that's how Soon is portrayed for quite a few people.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered, as far as like forums and like just D&D things in general, because I would be like, oh yeah, he's a paladin of Soon, but he's also 100% not into any of that, and they're like, excuse me, you can't do that, and I'm like, what?
Said you cannot.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't have a paladin of Soon that wants to,
boink all the time?
Yeah. So I was like, he's not into that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually did have someone say like, how do you have a paladin of Soon that doesn't do that? And I was like, easy. Because he don't.
He just
so.
Don't.
So, let me try to poke you guys to
okay.
help maybe establish things and maybe get some insight of the Alistair world.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one that comes to my head is devils and demons.
Okay.
Are they two different entities? Or are they? Because I like the idea of being thrown around. In a lot of horror films, I love when the idea is there's the devil. There's Satan, Lucifer, whatever the interpretation is,
right?
And then there are demons. So, with that as here's an example. Where does Alistair lie?
In his lore, I would say there's a hierarchy for sure. But I wouldn't say it's devils are this and demons are that. I want to say it's more of a um I guess like a label, like almost like a slur, kind of, to be called one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense. It's bizarre.
It's like
yeah.
It's kind of like we're over here and they're over there kind of thing.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, and then like if you get called if one or the other, you're offended.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Because I do know like lizard folk don't call themselves lizard folk.
No.
We give them that name.
Right.
Because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't speak lizard.
It's draconic, thank you.
Yes.
Also, they have their own language, but
that's what I meant. Thank you.
Lizard.
Exactly.
Good day,
lizard.
sir.
I hope that they do call it lizard. No, but yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're gonna look it up.
I am gonna look it up.
Okay.
Hey, we got so many people in chat. What's happening here?
Hey,
Shelby, what's up? Hello.
Shelby.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us too, Colton. I hope you like the title.
Yeah.
I wrote it just for you.
Just is the horny boy part?
Choir boy, thank you.
Oh, I need to send that to Colton.
Oh, I did. I already put it on the chat for you.
It's beautiful.
I was like, hey, Colton, and I like poked him and I gave it to him.
It's really amazing art.
Lizard folk 5 degrees. Thank you very much.
So it's I know that in Dungeons and Dragons, essentially, which this you didn't hear from me, you basically from your heads for next campaign.
Okay.
Physically, you can go to the abyss. Physically, you can not quote unquote walk, but you can travel in the prime material into hell if you find the right access and know how to navigate the astral sea, or however the mentioned gaps between things are.
Excuse me.
So
their only language is Draconic.
Officially, and that's because I know 5e isn't always 100% accurate.
He is getting so offended with me showing facts on my phone.
How dare you?
How dare you fact check me? I know everything. I am the dungeon master.
I do love it when DMs get like, actually, like, bro,
actually,
it's just a game.
I love it when they do it in somebody else's game. That's always the fun part.
Actually, demons.
Well, actually.
Shut up, nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
Nerd alert.
Yeah. So, I do like the idea that if it is as such that in the same quote unquote location, whatever that means, because words can mean different things.
Yes.
You do have both races, one that's more chaotic and one that's more neutral. I mean, more lawful.
Yes.
In Alistair, are the demons the chaotic rampagers and do things that are naughty, and devils are the manipulators and do things that are naughty with the contract?
Devils in the world, I will say, are the ones that will obviously make the bargain with you. Mm-hmm. They're not necessarily evil.
They're kind of looking out for their own in a way. They're like, hey, you want a thing? So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Essentially.
So they're okay. How do you mean they're not necessarily evil?
Like kind of like what Vic said. Like, they're just kind of looking out for their own. They're not there to make chaos, but if you want something and they can help you with that, they're gonna want something in return that might be not the best.
They're basically like, I'm the guy you go to when nobody else wants to do your job, kind of way.
Yes, but there is
okay.
Yes.
I was just gonna say they're not outwardly trying to cause chaos.
Sure, but chaos and evil are not the same thing. They're, I guess, in our world right now, they're equated as pretty much the same. But they like, I know that by you signing this contract, it will doom your family forever, and you will be in poverty in an unescapable gap. So, me making you do this is in a way evil.
Well, they're not making you do anything.
Yeah, but
You're the one doing it.
Yeah, bro,
But-
you're doing it.
You do know that you can push someone to do something against their will.
Yeah,
And
can
you
coerce
having
somebody.
that power and that manipulation to do so is, and I quote, fucked up.
What's evil and good anyway?
Yeah, what are alignments, bro?
There is a way how I define evil and good, and intentionally doing something that you know will cause harm. You are doing this with the knowledge of only causing harm. Is going to be evil. If you do something that causes harm unintentionally, we go more to the neutral route. If you did something that caused harm, but you were trying to help out, even though it caused harm, you're still in your heart of hearts doing something that's trying to be good. But that's.
I will definitely say in the comic sense of how things are written and are going to be written, it is going to make you question a lot of things.
Yes.
Good, because I'm questioning it right
So,
now.
Okay.
yes.
You're gonna question so many things,
Okay,
bro.
I know that's
You
fine.
are.
That's great.
You're gonna like
You're
you're gonna
Yes.
message me at like 3 a.m. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's. I'm gonna turn to a page in a random book that you never. Actually, on this page.
I'm gonna hear you flip a page
Yeah.
from like 100 miles away and be like, oh god damn it.
Jesus is fact checking.
He knows. He knows.
So
which,
Shut
short.
it all down.
which is
You
What's up?
What?
What?
Oh no, I was gonna say. So Shortbeard mentioned that
Yes.
you guys missed out on the chance to call it Choir Boys and
Fire Boys.
Choir Boys and Fire Boys.
Choir Boys.
I totally did not miss that chance on such spectacular wordplay. Thank you very much. We all know what's usually what's on my mind all the time.
And Colton said that it's amazing. Why you so talented?
We are.
I'm
Because
assuming
I
that's
literally
about
We went to
the
school
Ariel
for
painting.
years and suffered.
I do nothing else. That's
Yeah, we don't go out.
I can draw something really nice, but I can't pay my rent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
What's
next?
yeah, that's essentially fact checking is I'm trying to just sidestep all of that because that's why I'm making my own.
That's,
No, yeah,
we're
like
building
my
our
own
world
rules.
from the ground up.
yeah, and nobody can tell you you're wrong when it's your world because
Yeah.
it's your world. Just because
We made the rules.
you'll be the one.
Whoa.
With the glasses. Actually,
like that little gnome fucker from last night. Actually, sir.
my greatest opponent, Ariel. Bro, he's trying to buy a scroll for like 20 gold cheaper. Mortal enemy. Alright, whatever. I love when these characters come to my head. So, demons exist. Okay. They are by, I guess,
I don't know what his hair looks like. I'm just gonna assume it's like.
oh no, that's pretty much what he looks like. You're
He looks
drunk
like
in-
Dexter.
Dexter? No, Mandark? Mandark. A little bit of Mandark.
Oh yeah, it is
I love
Mandark. Yep,
Um,
there it is. Get the bowl cut.
Actually, sir.
Actually, it's more like this other character.
You want to sell your dragon horn? That's gonna be 150 gold.
I mean,
I want you to know you guys sound like Dorcas, and I'm offended.
Dorcas sounds amazing.
I love
Excuse
Dorcas
me.
so much.
By
Is Jason on here?
I don't know if he is, but if he is, thank you.
by a literary perspective, demons and devils would be categorized as an antagonist. They are intentionally written to be the bad, right? And
We'll let you know right now, as the writer, I'm 100% aware of that.
okay,
Just keep that in mind for when you start reading, just so you know.
okay. They're intentionally supposed to be the bad, or at least the perspective of them is the bad.
Visually, when you see somebody who is red with goat hooves and has horns, you're gonna be like, yeah, Satan, hello.
Satan, right.
Like, yes, unless you're Grayson, and then you say something else entirely.
You say daddy.
You say
right
daddy.
And bend.
Y'all.
What? What was that?
What?
Yeah.
So,
You know, he really wasn't this bad in his old campaign. He just got, you guys.
He got bit by
just
some kind of bug.
that's usually what happens when you try making.
Damn you all.
Deities. Deities. What were the deities' point of view? And I'm assuming multiple deities have multiple points of view.
Of course.
But
their
ooh,
point
look
of view
at
is
that
the right
light
point of view.
source.
That's how I roll.
Alistair,
They're obviously in a nightclub.
what is Alistair's deity view on is it the abyss or hell? Do you guys have a name for where they live?
Essentially, yes. I believe that's it.
Okay, so what is Alistair's deity's opinion on yes, that is where they live?
Yes. So, well, I'm pretty sure Alistair himself was taught that's the bad place.
That is a bad place.
That is the bad place. If you don't tie your shoes or wash your face, that's where you're going.
I have words for that, but let's have that for a different day.
We'll save that for the podcast.
Yeah, that's a podcast conversation for sure. I'm gonna try to get.
But you know,
too
just
deep.
it's.
So what would so paladins especially have codes, right? If they don't oblige by code, then they don't get.
They're Oathbreaker.
Superpowers. Yeah, they're Oathbreaker. They don't get superpowers. So let's say Alistair's walking down the street and he sees a horn boy with titty shells. What is he supposed to do?
Well,
wow.
Actually, I'm trying to think how to word this.
With words usually helps.
Words do help. One moment, please.
Dun, dun, dun,
Just riff for me, Jesus. Just riff.
Riff?
Yeah. Speak words.
Titty shells.
Talk
Okay.
about them titty shells. Like.
So
He's like a C cup, right? That's
yeah,
what you
he's
said?
a C cup. This demon and or devil or fiend has to be. Let's say he's 6 feet tall with the horns an additional 6 inches, but his hooves are like 6 centimeters. So it's like 6.6 his height. He's a red, but not a too deep red, like more of a reddish red. And only seashells, nothing else covering.
Yeah.
Showing everyone the curvature to the left and the curvature to the right.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay, no, so I was just double checking some of my notes. Yeah, so actually in the essential premise for Alistair going to save the world basically starts out with his paladin order telling him, hey, so there's a demon in this town, we need you to go take care of it. So that's where that kind of stands. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm being told this is the right thing to do, so I'm going to go do my job and be a good paladin.
So, there is the idea that I specifically like.
All right, are we done with these boys?
What? Yes.
Let me screen cap this.
Okay,
real
I
fast.
already saved it on mine, but on my end.
It's always good to have a backup.
Yes, I appreciate you for having backups, because then I'll go to look for it, and I'm like, wait, where's the thing? And then you're like, I got you, bro.
I got you, bro.
I've always loved the idea that
yes.
the true righteous bro.
Like the most righteous
The
of
most
bros.
righteous bros
Yeah, bruh.
should go out of their way to try to see said demon or devil or fiend and try to convert them, try to assist them in getting out of their not righteous ways and go into more righteous bro way. So the idea that you just send the paladin just to kill it, makes, I don't think you can erase that part.
Yes, we can.
Oh, you can erase what she's drawing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's dropout. We can do whatever we want.
Oh, I don't know.
We make the rules. This is our demiplane.
Oh shit! That's why the show is called Doodles and Demiplanes.
Yes.
I find it funny, cool that that's never really a thing that I see explored.
What?
But
Demiplanes?
No. So, like, I think
Titty shells.
Titty
Titty shells are never need to be
Like,
explored more.
I clearly need to discuss
Jokes.
titty shells more in my campaign.
Jokes aside, I think that the coolest, I need to word this in a way that's not offensive. I think the coolest bro ever in any book that has ever been published anywhere, the coolest bro, the most righteous bro ever, is my homeboy JC.
JC? Yeah.
JC is.
Oh, yeah, he's your bro. You guys are like such bros, you like share a name.
All right. JC is like top dog cool. That motherfucker is the coolest bro you could ever ask for. But I'm pretty sure that JC would like see this and be like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" It would not be let's run in fear. It would be like, let's sit down and talk. I want to get to know you. I want to see what you're about.
Oh, wow, that's exactly what Wes did.
Wes, do you have a Messiah complex?
What?
Does Wes have a Messiah complex?
He doesn't know what the fuck Messiah means.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna be real with you right
Wes
now.
ever was like, "You're Messiah," like, no, and get the fuck away from me.
He's like, I don't know what the fuck that means, and you're confusing me, and it's giving me a headache.
Honestly, I don't think Alistair knows what it means either.
He probably does. Because I think they have like around the same intelligence level.
So, Alistair is being told. I'm gonna put Alistair in a hypothetical because I like Alistair.
Alistair's a good
Alistair, it was told, go beat up that guy. He's being a dick. And
yeah, you don't. We gotta take care of bullies, man.
you don't negotiate with terrorists. You just don't.
I mean, if somebody's being a bully, we gotta like do something, bro.
But what will Alistair do if the bully is being bullied?
Oh, he'll go up the chain of command to find out who's
The
one
arch bully?
who's like actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. He absolutely will.
He understands the way of his order and the things that he was raised on, but he's also a free thinking individual. So if he gets an inkling that something is not kosher, he's gonna talk about it.
Is Alistair, and by all positive way that I can see this, is Alistair more of a simple man in thinking, or is
He absolutely.
okay?
He it's a really good way to describe. I've described him way before.
Before what?
How would you describe his personality? He's very much so like
He's in the moment.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it.
He's a very in the moment individual. Like
He tries to see the good in everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
He gives everyone the
And-
benefit of the doubt.
That is his flaw as a character.
Which
Absolutely.
I think is, like I know it's been done to death by a lot of things, like Batman, fucking for sure. But the idea of the righteous bro, like our good old OG JC, just being too trusting and wanting the good in people. JC has a cool ability that he like respawns in 3 days, so like he gets that shit covered. But most of us don't, and we don't have the luxury of giving the benefit of doubt. We have to be wary of our mortal coil. And so it's amazing to me when, even though I've read it a million times, like I said, but every time that I read a righteous bro being righteous and just seeing a pokey dude over there and be like, why are people being mean to you? Maybe we should go talk to you. Oh, you're being a dick? All right, I'll stop you from being a dick. But if you're not being a dick, we should try helping you out. And that usually, again, like you said, was his flaw. And you trust a person that's going to eventually get you hurt. That's going to be a thing that I assume eventually might happen one day, maybe probably, in the Alistair world.
Yes.
Snickers.
We're just
Snickers. Yeah, Snickers
just
are
talking.
good. They make you not hungry.
Yeah, I love Snickers.
Yes. But I love that. And contrary to what I see a lot of people dislike, so the idea that an angel is pure is always clean, it's always white, it's always gold, it's always bright, like those things. But as soon as an angel sees, well, I'm being super generalized.
I need you to not talk about Ariel. He's like right in chat. He's
Colton
always
can
watching.
do whatever the freaking hecking he wants. I'm not talking about a soapy boy.
He's a good soapy boy.
He's a good soapy boy.
I love him.
But the idea that like an angel, being this entity that sees a demon and just immediately goes out and tries to kill it, like without trying to convert it, without trying to seek out why it went down this bad path. I think to me, in most deities, this is again with the idea of the one, right? The Judeo-Christian mentality. In D&D, we get away with that because there's multiple gods, there's multiple alignments, there's multiple things that they protect and they serve and govern over the material world. But the aspect of like the common in a non-D&D way, but in a more of a literature type of way, when it's a positive entity, call it whatever you want.
Yes.
But a positive entity. Please no bully. No, I love you. No bullies.
Oh, please no bully.
But
no.
when a positive entity comes into a thing and then just sees a negative entity, and then there's only one solution. It's just death. You see evil, you kill evil. To me, that's not written well. But it makes Alistair shine whenever he gives hope to the damned. And then when it hurts him, and then he's fucked by it.
Lynn's got a thing to say.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
And then
I'm waiting.
Does it again. That makes him the righteous of righteous.
Yes, Lynn.
I will stop talking now.
I was just gonna. It's piggybacking on that. So Alistair was told he was just sworn in for his order, and his first mission is to go take care of this demon in this town.
Yeah.
We discussed earlier. Alistair is a very simple man. He's going to take it. I didn't say anything about killing him.
He's gonna take care of it, man.
But like that's yeah, he's gonna take care of it. Since that means because he's a righteous bro.
You should have just seen the face you just made.
My brain went right into Rule 34.
Uh-oh. No,
He's
we
gonna
don't do that here, bro.
He's gonna take care of the demon.
Bro, it's not that kind of order.
I thought he loved love.
He loves love, but he loves love in the purest of forms. Or whatever that means. He loves, let me rephrase, because that's a very generic way to say it. And we are always constantly correcting ourselves. Correct myself. He interprets love in a way that works for him.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the
Yes,
almost
yes,
every.
Yes, this.
I mean, that's a.
It just shows up.
Friendship is the most pure. Aromantics are amazing.
Yeah, some people, you look at someone, you're like, maybe they just need a buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe they just need someone to hold their hand for a minute.
In 15 years.
Or cuddle with him at night.
Or cuddle, or just give him a good spoon.
Literally. Just
Another thing I love about Alistair is that
give someone a spoon in the middle of the night. I was told I needed to do this. I don't know what it means. But here's a spoon.
Hold on, I got you, bro.
There we go. Spoon.
Please, I love it. Thank you. Yay. Yes. To By the way,
there we go.
Alistair's hair is beautiful.
I love Alistair's hair.
Love his fucking hairdo.
So beautiful.
Like,
it's gorgeous.
I really want to cosplay Alistair
Intentional.
because of his hair.
Do it.
Like,
his
righteous.
His actually based off of kind of a like Native American kind of idea that if you cut off your hair, you lose your wisdom and like your experience in life.
I know.
So that's why he constantly grows out his hair.
Yeah, he's literally
it's
holding.
Almost
he's
like
holding his luscious
that's
locks.
my world.
He's holding his luscious locks and saying, "I know." He has so much wisdom. That's why his hair's so long. He's got so much wisdom in it.
But yeah, like anytime I've RP'd Alistair, there's always been like a situation where he's like, "Oh shit, like cut my hair off. Like, is this it?"
Is this the day it happens?
I was told that I couldn't have my long hair when I was in Austin because, as they said, yes, this is Austin, but we dress like we live in Dallas. That's
if you're from Texas,
so that's what I was told.
That's some horse shit.
And I couldn't have my office job.
I
was like, this is part of my religion.
I have
because
very
I'm
choice words.
native. And they're like, oh yeah, fuck it, we're not gonna mess with you. Have your hippie hairstyle, hippie. I'm like,
what?
You.
I have choice.
But yeah, that's
Dallas, but that's just me.
Dallas is funny.
Dallas is a place.
I have so many friends that live in Dallas, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either. And they're like, hey, you want to come visit me in Dallas? And I'll be like,
nope.
But could you not, though? Could you just not live there?
Can you, like, I don't know, live somewhere
If
else?
anyone's
Literally
listening to
anywhere
this and lives in Dallas.
I'm not sorry.
Exactly.
I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I have my opinion, and I'll stand by it.
Oh, was it? I thought you were going to say, I have a... It's called, shit. Not morals, not dignity.
Yes?
Standards.
I have standards.
That's a word. I don't know.
Standards. What are those?
They're a thing.
They're a thing?
They are.
Wait, I have standards.
Are they?
I think standards is...
Are they a thing though?
I don't know.
So, hey, I don't know how to read.
My glasses back on.
Whenever Lynn is, I mean, your name is Vic. Whenever Vic is done
what's up?
coloring the flesh that I will eat later.
Yes. I heard a whiskey.
Who?
No,
The bottle or the puppy?
The puppy.
Can it be both? The
Uh,
puppy opening up a bottle?
If you want to go get the bottle, go get the damn bottle, bro.
Oh shit, it's over there. I don't want to.
No, it's okay.
Hey, you have a Monster Manuale.
I do. Want me to
What
hand it
is no, I don't want to read.
Fine.
I'm an Ebert.
Do
What
you-
is the definition of demon and devil?
Yeah, okay. You want
And
to color
if
for me?
so, angel. Yeah.
Oh, color.
Yeah, here.
Color.
Okay, what am I doing?
All right, so I already have your brush selected. If you
Okay.
want, you can use the slider to adjust the size.
Okay,
If you
okay.
want to choose a different color, those
Ooh.
are his. Those are his.
Oh, is that not correct? Is that not
No,
the right color?
I was gonna let you know. Those are his van braces, so they can be the same color as his. Plate.
Okay. Okay.
So let me grab.
Ooh.
Oh, look at you.
Look
go.
at you go.
Look at him. Jesus is coloring, guys. All right, so while I look up demons. All right, so you want me to look up the definition of demon? In
Yeah,
my
I want.
first edition monster manual.
Who gave that to you? Your papa?
My pop did.
Your papa?
Yeah, he did.
Hey, puppy.
Hey, yeah. Alright, so demon. Each type of demon, and especially the high-level demon lords and princes, have many unusual characteristics and extraordinary abilities. Characteristics and abilities which are common to all demons are covered here. See the individual treatment for each demon for specific information. So, demons... Alright, there's another paragraph about technicalities, but okay. Demons are chaotic and evil. The smarter and stronger rule those of their kind who are weaker and less intelligent. The less intelligent will attack without question and fight until slain. Demons are of type 5. They're using Roman numerals on me. Demons of type 5 and above are not actually slain when their material form is killed in combat. Their material form being removed from their use, the demon in question is thereby forced back to the plane from whence it originally came, there to remain until a century has passed or until another aids it to go forth again. However, if demons are encountered on their own plane, they can be slain. No demon can ever be subdued. All are able to divide their attacks amongst 2 or even 3 opponents if the means follow. Allow.
What is Demogorgon's class? Is he a
Demigorgon is classed as a...
What does it say?
I'm looking at it. Is he Prince of Demons?
I like the titles that demons give themselves.
Yeah,
Is this supposed to be armor as well?
No, that's going to be his cloth. So that's like, I think red or blue, Lynn. I can't remember. I've done both.
You can't even see it.
What color is the sash supposed to be?
It's red.
It's red. Okay, so you can hit color right here.
What?
Yeah, so
Color?
and then look, you can click on color wheel.
Wow.
And then you can
Ooh.
decide what colors you want. Yeah, there you go.
That's a nice reddish, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Ooh.
Demons
I'm
frequently
being
roam the
arty.
astral and ethereal planes.
Oop, I fucked
You're
up.
doing great.
You're doing
No, you
fantastic.
did.
Nope, I fucked up.
Nope, you didn't.
There's only horrible mistakes. They're never happy.
All right. Demons will never willingly serve anyone or anything. If forced to serve through magic or threat, they will continually seek a way to slay their master or captor. Those to whom demons show a liking are typically carried off to the demon's plane to become a slave.
No.
Although a favored one. Nope.
Ooh, favored slave.
I know, favored.
That means you get poked
Hey,
less.
hey.
I didn't get poked slightly less.
You get poked more.
Uh-oh.
I do think that eventually demons will break you, and then you'll have what's that called?
Stockholm syndrome?
Nah.
Yeah. Note that demons can be summoned by characters of any alignment, but controlling a demon is another matter entirely. A thaumaturgic circle will serve to keep out demons of types 1 through 5. A special pentacle is required for demon types of 6 or greater. The threat or reward which the conjuring party uses to attempt gaining a demon's service must be carefully handled by the dungeon master. Demons are repelled by holy good relics or artifacts.
Yeah. So so classes. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Devils and demons and angels have classes.
Yeah.
The more
Also, types 1 through 3 are affected by non-magical weapons. Types 4 and greater are not affected by non-magical weapons.
okay, cool. They evolve. You
Yes.
you do good.
Yes.
And you are lawful and or evil, and you do good, and you bring souls to the abyssal, and you get evolved. You Pokemon evolve. Same thing with demons, and same thing with angels. I do. This is going into like my world.
Okay.
Whenever I make it, I do like the idea, and this is like literally ripped off from the OG's textbook of our friend JC. Could that be considered the silver lining? I don't know what the silver lining. I didn't read chat on time. I'm so sorry. That eventually, when an entity becomes strong enough, the princes of princes and queens and arcs and dukes of hell and the abyss, they're big OGs. They've been there for a while, and they become super powerful because they're good at what they do.
Yeah.
I believe that eventually angels get that way too, and set things like forces of nature that can never be undone, like gravity, for instance.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that like an angel can ascend to become something that you remove and become completely cataclysmic to how the world works. So like the angel of gravity. Let's say you just pluck him out of wherever the hecking he is at the moment. That's gonna fuck over everything.
Yes.
I like the idea that eventually these entities that are essentially immortal in their own plane of existence can become that cool.
I like how there's like angels for like so many different things.
Yeah, I like our eyeball angels.
Yeah, all the eyeball angels are cool.
Eyeball angels are pretty cool.
They're pretty. I guess if I can get an opinion on, because I was sent a meme a while back from our good old Professor Socks.
Ooh.
Let me pull that meme up again. And he wanted to know your opinion on it.
Lynn,
This is a very opinion on the. You wanted your actual opinion on this. On this very specific meme.
It's your opinion, not my opinion.
Yeah, he wants your opinion.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Like the Jesus meme?
Specifically.
Oh, what's up? What am I reading?
So we have
vintage
here
Western angel.
Virgin Westernized angel.
Oh,
it's the Virgin Chad meme, but with angels. And then you have the Chad biblical.
Yeah, Chad biblical angel OG. I really don't. For me again, and this is like you probably have been hearing it over and over again. You can pick up on it. The idea of humanity being at the pinnacle of things, therefore angels look like us. God is in our image, or we are in its image. Also, it, not he.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, God doesn't have a dick.
I have an opinion to share.
It's I like the idea of the complexity that angel is. The ring with gigantic eyeballs, like that is beautiful. These things don't need the biological. Thank you. Structure that we have. They don't even have the same pressure I'm assuming in heaven that they would need here. Like, why does an angel need legs? They have wings.
I'm gonna raise my hand like Wes.
Yes.
Okay, so my take on this is
My take.
My take on this.
My
okay,
opinion.
this is what I need you to hear. Okay, so usually how I like to spin it is the difference between the old school biblical angels versus the ones that we see in, well, for instance, Renaissance paintings.
Yeah.
Is the best way to put them. I would say they, for my lore, I would say they take the form of humans because we, as humans, cannot comprehend what they truly are. So they take a form that's familiar so that they don't break our brains immediately.
Because burning bush is hard.
Yeah, so I'm going to just say that Ariel's true angel form would completely destroy West's mind. Just entirely.
I mean, that's not hard to do.
It's really not hard to do. But
West.
The hair waves slightly to the left. West's head just...
That's not right.
That's not right. It's supposed to be to the right, not to the left. Ooh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yes.
So what's our next top?
This is where I discuss before we get back into pantheons and how they shape our world.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we take the time to ask about John's opinion on things.
John,
or Mr. Lin, as you call him.
John?
I was going to say, who's John? Is that a new person? No, it's just Mr. Lin using a silly name.
Oh Lord.
So what's John's opinion on this?
So to explain, John, my husband, he does not play D&D. He does not partake in any of this nerd culture whatsoever.
Cool kid.
He's a cool kid. He's your football dude. He's your typical bro kind of guy.
I was a tight end in the center. I know football.
So he only knows of D&D from what I tell him, or of like our own campaigns and whatnot. I like to ask him his opinions on things to get an outside perspective.
Cool.
From the people that are not within our circle and understand these things.
No, it's
correct.
It's good. It's great because we even in our trying to interpret things in our absolute trying neutrality to explain things, we are subjective and we've already have a pre-established mentality on what something would be.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. So today we were getting some food today, and I was like, hey, our topic tonight is devils, angels, demons, and whatnot. What are your opinions? And I took a little bit of some notes on what he said. John says, devils and demons are scary, but so are angels. And I said, why? He says, I don't know. They could be the angel of death for anyone knows. They're not all nice. And he is correct.
That is correct.
So there's a little is there an angel of death in D&D?
Yes. His
like Grim Reaper type?
Yes. Depending on which lore you have, it's either Nerul or it is literally death. Like it is the all-encompassing death.
Yes.
Which could be an Arcgad. I think that I'm trying to be careful what I say to not spoil things for the campaign.
Uh-oh. I'm sitting right here, bro.
It could also be that because Dungeons and Dragons, how it works, they are things more powerful than the gods that were before the gods.
You mean like Aboleth?
The Aboleth and the Sun Gods were not strong enough against that, so they created the Krakens, and the Krakens are also just bitches.
I am very scared of the word you just chose to use.
Oh, bitches?
No.
Yeah, I love Aboleths too.
Oh, this makes me nervous for next week.
So, you guys
it's
can choose where your cannons are, by the way. Like, immediately when you come into the next game.
Oh, good.
There's two cannons that need to be placed on that
Wes
that,
is pointing
ship.
it straight down.
And down into the
That's
water.
That's where it is, right? That's exactly where it is.
I can do... I'm getting sidetracked a second, but I can just imagine Wes when all the cannon fodder is gone, and it's like, Oh, that thing is big. Pick up cannon, throw.
Yeet. I can just hear the deafening silence from Dis and West.
Yes.
Just
I think that something that is maybe even above like the gods is existence in and of itself, such in a way that can be represented as in like life and death, because to create a dogma, let's say in a rule,
yes.
let's say we pluck Nerul out. I always thought this thought experiment. You pluck Nerul out of the pantheon of Greyhawk. Can you die?
Good question.
If you cannot die, then Nerul in of itself is the overarching thing, such as like we were using that experiment with gravity. If you can pluck a Nerul out of your campaign, you can pluck the Raven Queen out of your campaign, and somebody dies.
There was a whole Supernatural episode about that.
Well, there you go.
So like I think that to make a world, especially because it's a game, and the randomization of dice, life and death cannot be something that you can just take away, unless it's a thematic thing for your game. Like let's say that the god of death disappeared and everybody can't die now.
You're gonna have so many players doing lots of stupid shit.
What is that? Yeah, but if that is the theme of the game, and like
if I was a lich in that world, I'd be so pissed.
God damn it,
motherfuckers!
Liches. I have a funny story about it. No,
I have funny stories about a lich too, but I'll save that for another day.
So yeah, I think we can have a whole discussion about liches one day.
One day we can.
So like if you pluck death out, I mean if you pluck those things out, then you die. Like what up, bro? So going back to the angel thing, eventually entities, or maybe they're already existing before the gods came into the D&D universe, that were so powerful as life and death, as metaphysical or physical.
Okay, that's saved.
I don't know. It's a thing that you can think of in Thunk. Like Plato's. Well, no, Aristotle. Aristotle's view of God is my favorite view of God. A thinking thing that thinks.
Thinking thing that thinks. That makes perfect sense.
Like, what other perfection can there be?
Yes.
You have Plato, because Plato was the one who was starting to do the things.
Don't ask me about philosophers. I don't.
Yeah, no,
I know
Plato
like
was the
maybe
one who
three.
was thinking about the forms.
I maybe know like 3 names.
Name one.
Can't.
Well, there you go.
That is funny, and I think we just became closer friends because of it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, angels can don't have to be. Angels have to obey the law or have to be good in the Dungeons and Dragons universe.
Yes.
They don't necessarily have to be both.
Define good.
Doing something that progresses life.
Okay, fair. You win this time, Ariel.
Like, I mean, and that's the thing. It's us as mortals. We don't have the absolute authority.
Yeah.
Which then goes into begging the question of like fucking. It is good because the book said so, and like that's bullshit. There has to be a universal force that because in our world, demons exist and angels exist. There is positive energy. There is negative energy. There's radiant damage and there's necrotic damage. It has been defined.
So do you want to go ahead and erase this so we can start a new thing, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Right,
yeah.
Continue.
I don't know. I was just ranting.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I don't fucking know.
You don't fucking know? Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were good to move on with the pictures.
Yeah. I colored that.
You did a good job, and I saved it for you.
You did such a good job.
I can put in
if
my
you want,
resume
I can hand you.
Inker.
I can hand you the tablet next.
I don't fucking want to do work.
Are you sure you don't want?
I think I need that. I think you need to teach him how to draw.
Yeah,
just a little.
Let's draw.
How to draw this.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to draw.
Yes,
this.
No, I'm not an artist.
Come on, you gotta learn, bro. This is why we're here.
Oh, is that the whole point of this?
I'm gonna make you draw stuff.
Oh man. I'm really good at drawing one thing.
What's one thing?
I will draw it on stream.
Oh God, no.
It is not a peni.
Okay, are you sure?
Is it?
Because it's got to go on YouTube, bro.
I know, that's why. I'll draw my very best friend.
Your very best friend?
Oh, hey, wait. I have a thing, but I won't discuss it until we're done discussing the topics that you guys have.
Okay.
But I have a little.
All right. Well, let's look at chat and see what they got to say.
People are mad.
So we have from Cutie Chain, our good friend Cutie Chain.
Cutie.
If death isn't a consequence, then there's no deterrent for crimes or even a crime against trying to kill someone.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Penis.
We can start people as a little treat.
What?
That's what Tadpole said.
I'm so lost. Where are we going? Be gay, do crimes.
No, Shelby says that penis is lewd, but I say hand holding is very lewd.
Drop Bob the Goblin.
Oh, bro, you got a
request.
Bro,
you got a request from Bob the Goblin.
Bro, hold on. I'm fixing something. Hold on. Hold my hand.
Oh, hold on.
Come on, hold my hand.
Oh, hey.
Oh my God.
Now you can't put it on YouTube.
What? Why? Why can't I do it? What is the joke? I don't get it. They're just friends holding hands.
Wait. He's got a hairy arm.
He's got
With some hair.
lewd. I don't. Hand holding is lewd.
Why is hand holding lewd?
That's the joke.
Okay.
The joke is because hand holding is the most innocent thing on this earth that it's too lewd for us to discuss.
Oh shit, that's like so.
It's more lewd than penis.
Well, technically, the Beatles did get like, you corrupting the youth because you want to hold my girl's hand.
Fox, I need you to go take a nap.
But I don't want to. Back in my day.
He just spun off to the side, just slowly shaking his head. It's like, here he fucking goes.
Wait. Let me draw something.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my favorite thing in the world.
Draw your favorite thing in the world.
Great.
I'm gonna use one of my favorite colors, a dark pinkish.
Dark pink. Or yeah, that's a good color.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my favorite thing in the world, ever in the world, and I think it fits the topic of conversation.
Okay.
Is it a pizza? It looks like a pizza.
It's a
Pizza time, bro. Pizza time. Pizza.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
I love pentagrams because it's very dumb to be offended by one.
Yeah.
And people are.
I'll never forget my freshman year of high school. Somebody just handed me a pentagram on the bus and walked away, and I was like, okay.
So,
it was a pretty wild experience for me.
Because I was your silly goth boy in high school. Yeah. I was told.
Were you the one that handed me the pentagram?
Run. I was your silly goth boy in.
You were the silly goth boy on the bus.
Well, I was the guy who didn't have any friends because everyone hated him, and I didn't have money to eat. So I also wore Cannibal Corpse shirts, and when you wear something that's called butchered at birth with the baby eating their mother out, you get sent to the office, and then the principal wants to pray with you, and I told him that's illegal, and then he told me that I needed to pray with him or I would get suspended.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. You can't wear Slayer shirts to school either.
But draw a concerned Ariel.
Concerned Ariel. Jesus, I need you to not, like, you're playing with forces beyond your imagination. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
He needs to look more concerned.
Eyebrows need to be higher. Oh, there
Actually, if you're gonna express more, you need to draw them closer to the eye.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah. So if you're taking,
tips.
so here's a drawing tip.
Okay,
So
okay.
here's a nice eyeball.
Ooh, that apple's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's just an eyeball.
I'm gonna follow your tutorial.
Yeah. So you got your eyeball here. So if you're doing an expression and you want somebody to be conveyed as angry, you have this. That looks kind of angry.
Nike equals anger. Got it.
Or you can just like go full on. As my art teacher has taught me, exaggeration really draws the emotion. So you want to like get that eyebrow way in here.
Oh shit, he looks way madder now.
Yeah. So you got like the pull of the skin to like.
Oh dang, that's super mad. Oh my god.
See?
Goku mad.
Goku mad. Like that's why the Dragon Ball eyebrows were like always down here.
Oh, okay. The eye is right where it is.
Because the standard
eyebrows
Dragon Ball eyeball was like this.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you're just like, I'm angry now.
That is correct. That is Dragon Ball Z.
That is where I first learned to draw.
Wait, hold on.
Well, I first learned to draw a certain...
Oh.
There you go.
I mean, I can draw a pretty stereotypical Dragon Ball character.
This is where I learned how to draw wrinkles on the face.
Yeah.
So show Dragon Ball doing that.
Yeah.
I like that line.
Just go extreme and like almost like turn it.
Well, my favorite part was when the eye shape would go like this, and then it would just immediately go like this. And they're like, oh, they're super angry now.
They're the angriest it's ever been. Their best friend just got exploded.
Like my favorite. That's like one of my favorite Dragon Ball things is like the eye shape just completely changes.
Yamcha deserved better.
Yamcha is great. John Chuck is ripped way too much. It can.
Yamcha was the coolest in Dragon Ball OG.
Yeah, like Yamcha doing weight training and broke the weights. He's like, 700-pound press. Oh, look, I'm way stronger than the steel.
I see an Angel Boy in chat saying, hey, y'all want to know something crazy? Yes, Colton. Yes. Tell me this crazy thing while I draw your boy looking concerned for you.
Yamcha is cabbage? Who said that? Who am I fighting?
Yamcha is a cabbage.
Who am I fighting?
That would be Cutie Chain. It was currently having a sale on her Etsy if you want to go check it out and get some really sweet dice bags for Leaf Day.
I mean, I appreciate your dice bags, but don't insult my boy.
Here, I will soothe everyone here.
Ariel. I really do.
I love his floof.
He wants to help out so many people. He just cares for their souls.
There, right there in chat. It was me. Fight me, Jesus. Dis just reaches a whole arm through his mouth. We said a fight, mate.
Oh, I love it. Are we going to scream for 30 minutes?
Yes.
You know, one day we need to do a thing where we take characters and we just draw them in different anime styles because I love doing that shit. I honestly do love doing that.
What do you like doing?
Taking like I guess our D&D characters and drawing them in different anime styles. Are you drawing Grayson in Dragon Ball Z style? Because I'd love it forever if you did.
No.
Okay, fine.
Wait,
not.
Wait a minute. Wait the hecking 1 minute.
Did Colton just admit he went through a goth phase?
Colton, who was your gothy boy? Colton! Colton!
Goth Ariel. That's why he's concerned because Colton went through a goth phase.
Wait, is this why Carice was like you and Carice hung out because you went through a goth phase and her life is a goth phase?
Her life is a goth phase.
I would love that to be said about me one day.
Like her aesthetic is so goth, it's fucking cute and adorable.
Oh no, I can't undo anymore.
I want to see Colton. Send me pictures or it didn't happen.
I wanted to go through a goth phase, but I lived in a Catholic family, so it never happened.
I will text your parents, Colton, for those pictures.
Oh no.
I need evidence.
Oh, it's a Yamcha.
Yamcha. Wait, hey Lynn.
Yes.
Can you do me a super cool solid whenever you're done drawing the coolest of bros Yamcha? Can you draw Alistair if he was in the DBZ universe?
Dude, we could draw Wes in the DBZ universe because he absolutely fits for it.
Please and thank you. Oh yeah, Wes would be. Fight me. Can we just
boom? Bitch just comes in swinging. Like the episode starts, everyone's screaming. He goes
I think
in and just decks someone in the face.
Every time he rages and tries to
did actually do that as like a full-fledged like illustration.
Oh yeah.
But I will absolutely.
You had black and silver studs? That's awesome.
Shelby says, I wish I had gone through a goth phase. Instead, I went through a weeb phase. Me too, Shelby. I was not allowed to go through a goth phase because I tried once and my mother threatened to exorcise me. So I immediately went to
God.
I immediately went to a weeb phase after that.
I didn't have a weeb phase at all.
It said it was basically I couldn't wear all black and I couldn't like these bands that were like screaming things, but it's okay for me to watch shows like Inuyasha where there's like a naked lady on TV. So imagine that.
I was told by my entire family that yeah, I went to a goth face one time, and I'm a good boy.
You went through a goth phase one time?
Bro, do I look goth to you?
No, you don't.
I just worship Satan.
I mean, excuse me for
Yeah,
excuse me for making the confusion. I am so sorry.
No, yeah, I went to multiple schools, and I was threatened that my wardrobe was not. Oh, the story I was gonna say, because I was in a goth phase. I've had multiple people physically assault me.
That's not fun.
And told me that because I was in a goth phase, one of them said I quote unquote shouldn't feel the pain. Therefore, it would be okay for them to try to burn me.
That's not fun.
Yeah, I've had weird things have been said and or done.
That's not fun.
I mean,
Can I get
they're
names
just
and
kids being
addresses?
bitches. Nah, they're
Physically fight them.
nah, they're I really don't give a shit. No, they're.
It's okay. You don't have to give a shit because I give all the shits.
Oh.
I'm like a disgusting empath, so I'll just like take it all in. And
It's one of those things where like you can assault me, but you say a negative thing about my friend, I will fucking murder your soul.
Lynn can attest to that entirely.
I love
Yeah.
it. We should have a
I will straight up fight. I will straight up fight somebody if they say anything negative about my friends. Like I will brawl.
Yeah.
I have too many feelings. And I cry a lot.
You've threatened too many times to come save me.
I have threatened to like walk all the way to Kentucky, all 2,000 miles.
So, wait, hey, Vic, you know that you have a friend who's an asshole and who be like, are we going right now? My tank is full of gas. Let's go. I can call in from work right now.
What? What's up?
We can go beat up somebody in Kentucky.
Yeah, let's go do it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have any work. I don't have anywhere to be. I'm just driving back to San Antonio tomorrow. I can wait.
I'm gonna turn the microphone around.
Okay, yeah, just cover the microphone's ears real quick.
Like we can really just go and fuck somebody's fucking world.
Yeah, of course.
The ways to do it.
Yeah, I have one totally not real bottle of Coke. We're good to go.
All right.
Okay.
All right, and
Jesus, I hope you're enjoying what I'm making for you.
Oh, look
What?
at him!
What? Oh my God! It's just happening. It is happening.
Oh my goodness!
I can die in happy. Oh my God!
Oh, it's so hairful.
I almost screamed in the mic. He's so
He's
cute.
so delighted.
I love it. Oh my God! It's the best thing ever. He has eyes like that.
So cute. It's so fitting too.
We have someone.
I need to like full on color this too.
Oh, he's gonna be so cute.
Wow,
That mouth like
we got, bro. We got your back. We're gonna beat up some people.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, you got like so many people in here that are gonna fight for you.
Can you call it a weeb phase when it's your entire life?
Yeah, I wouldn't at this point because I.
is it a phase?
No, it's not a phase.
A phase from. Yeah, exactly.
I haven't left it yet, so no, it's not a phase actually.
I love because I don't think I quote unquote ever went to I don't know, sure, I guess I went to a phase like a wee phase, but like
Bro, I've seen you at an anime convention.
well exactly so I've been to anime cons, right? I've judged many cosplay competitions. I have
lived
hosted
the life,
events.
bro. We have lived the life.
All except 2 of my relations have all been Japanese, yet I have watched 4 animes.
It's an amazing truth, honestly.
And like anytime someone
I
mentions
don't watch a lot of anime either.
like I love.
Yeah, I just
anime.
got you into My Hero. That was great.
Yeah,
I
that was a
haven't
mistake.
Have watched My Hero.
Whoopsies.
I have not watched. My
Oh,
Hero.
bro,
Give it a shot. Just give it a shot.
I don't think I
It's-
have time.
it-
Like
There's this
legitimately.
Lynn's takeaway from this was
Nappa's cabbage.
Lynn told me that My Hero Academia was started, and the first thing I was told was All Might reminds me of West, and I went, oh
Wait,
no.
is All Might the naked guy?
No, All Might's the big muscle dude.
Who's the naked guy?
There's a naked guy.
There's a naked guy. There's a guy that goes naked and like that's his power, right? Or am I
No,
thinking
you're thinking of One Punch Man.
Fuck me. God damn it.
Oh no, there is another naked guy. No, excuse me. Yes, Mirio. That's not his power actually. His power is he's able to phase through physical objects, so he can't keep his clothes on when he activates his power. He's like Shadowcat, but like.
But his clothes aren't Shadowcat.
Yeah.
He is Shadowcat.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And it's funny because he's the one that reminds me the most of Alistair.
I will say Miro?
Mirio.
I will say though, I did out of spite watch all 500 plus episodes of Inuyasha.
I bless you for that. Because I couldn't finish it actually. And it was the anime that I started. I couldn't finish it.
I hate Inuyasha's ending. It's dumb.
Oh, it never ended for me, so I'm not going to talk about it.
It's so dumb. Oh, I've also taken multiple years of Japanese, and I the weebness.
Ah, so doesn't it?
So does yo.
Yeah.
I like how quiet it got.
I know. It's like we're boasting that we know
nerds.
Japanese and we just not speak it.
I know how to get around and say.
Tell me where the bathroom is.
First. Bathroom. Ga nihongo de nan desu ka? Toileto? Ah.
I don't know.
Good job, guys. A plus.
We're gonna go to Japan right now, and we're gonna be like master linguists, obviously.
So I did go to
Just
Japan
like
one time in my life, and I was like especially the subway. Like, I don't fucking know where to go. I can't read kanji. What the fuck's happening? And then someone pointed out, dude, everything's in like English below the Japanese.
Bro, if you could just like look like 3 inches lower.
Yeah, it was like just look below, and then the world opened to me. I'm like,
it's almost like
this always been like that?
They're super bilingual friendly, bro.
You have to learn English over there.
Yeah, man.
You have to take several years of English.
It's a required course.
Yeah. We have a oretai.
I said something completely different because I can't fucking read. Thank you.
Too bad I don't have the hiragana keyboard. You can get an app. There's a Google app that you
learned how to say toilet in Japanese.
You type in the Roman alphabet as the hiragana, and it like translates it. Because I had to fucking have that for one of my classes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little Google extension.
So, as this
Kanji's
adorable
hard.
Kanji's,
Kanji
I think I got as
Wait.
far as helping somebody study with their hiragana.
This is my favorite kanji in the world.
Oh no.
This is my favorite kanji, and it's not inappropriate. Shut up. It
What's it mean? Niku.
Or Nick.
Oh wow! I should have known that. I have a friend named Nick. Holy shit!
My
and he's the one that I helped study for with Japanese, like in Japanese class. So I was like, hey.
We and I think like J3.
I think he goes by Nico now.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
And in J3 we had to only write our names in either katakana or in like something that would be translated. And my friend Nick said, "Can I use a kanji Niku?" And they were like, "Yes, you can write meat as your name." And therefore, even in his signatures, when because you know how when you have to do when you pay with your credit card, you have to sign it.
Yeah.
He jokingly put Niku as his thing, and now he has to do it all the time. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to, but he does it because he's a good boy and he's afraid of credit.
Yeah. So I feel like we should, in a way, roll back into topic, and I'm gonna do that by drawing at least. I drew Ariel. That counts as an angel.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I think I have another note in here where it talks about build a god or devil.
Build a god or devil.
Yeah, build a god or devil. Like, let's build our own pantheon. Like right now. Like, what do you want a god of? What do you want to?
Oh, hey, I know someone you can draw.
Oh, who can I draw then?
2 things you can draw actually.
All right, what's up?
The two from the RP that I needed your help with that one time. The tree people.
The tree people? Oh boy. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can try to concept that. Is there anything specific?
Because I don't have. Well, they're tree people.
Do they have to look remotely humanoid?
Is that how you spell bladder?
No, with a D.
No.
I gotta go pee.
Okay, I love how you're trying to be discreet.
Sorry.
And then you're trying to be discreet, and then you're just like asking me out loud, how do you spell bladder? And I'm like, yes.
This is why we have breaks at 1:30.
I understand. Lynn and I don't move from a single point. I apologize.
Nope.
No. All I remember from my experience with studying Japanese with a friend was I was being told that there is no character for V, and I went, well, fuck this shit, and I was like emotionally out. I'm like, I can't spell my name, damn it. I would have to substitute with a B.
Mine all
actually.
has to be.
Lean.
My all of mine would be phonetic.
Lean. So, do we want like a? Do we want them to look remotely humanoid, or do we want something like entirely different?
Go nuts.
Go nuts.
Go nuts.
Okay.
The only thing I request is the hair differentials. Well,
Yeah.
what
V
would
just
construe as
does not exist in a lot of places apparently.
3 people.
3 people. Okay. So
3 people, because they are actually part of my pantheon.
Okay, question for you on that, as we are now going into conceptualizing the character. Is there a specific tree you base them off of?
No.
No? Okay, so I will
So go bonkers.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do... Alistair Yamcha is the cutest. Bro? Are you okay?
Yeah,
He knocked over things.
Knocked over so many things. I need you to control your tail.
No. Wait, where did I jump? Oh shit! I jumped Avacynth's book.
Oh no! I can't look at that.
He'll die.
I will probably die.
Actually,
he'll like snap my neck on sight.
I forgot what all was behind me. And I'm actually a little bit happy Vic's slightly not observant as most people would be.
Yeah, because I probably should have noticed that, but I didn't.
There's many things that I'm not moving behind, so you can't see.
I mean, I'm gonna be focused on this, and you want to pick it up real quick, so I'm not gonna even bother.
That's fine. That's trash.
All right.
Can I steal your headphones?
No, you cannot.
Thank you.
You absolutely cannot use the headphones anymore. You're forbidden.
Man. God dang it.
So right now I am...
We're drawing a pinecone god?
No, actually. This is actually, because in discussion of building our own pantheons and gods and whatnot. So this is a god or something that belongs within the pantheon for Alistair's world.
Okay.
So...
Okay. Wait, did we discuss what god we would create?
Well, this is one I'm conceptualizing. If we want to discuss what kind of god or demon or devil you would create for your world, whatever that may be.
Okay, I have an idea.
Hey, what's your idea, bro?
So I like the idea of the forms a lot.
Forms.
Do you guys know what that is?
Of what?
The forms.
The forms.
Like the perfect form.
The perfect cell.
Essentially the idea is that I don't know what this deity would be a pantheon of, like where they would be set.
So if you were a cleric, what would your
what
would you want to worship?
Law, knowledge, maybe, probably.
Okay, so knowledge.
Cleric. Knowledge. Yeah, I think so. So knowledge cleric.
You were a baby cleric, fresh out of cleric school.
Yeah.
You got to pick your major.
I want that one.
Oh God.
Is that how it goes? I want that one.
No, I'm thinking.
How did you know?
I'm thinking of that annoying Mandark gnome character being a cleric now. We're gonna meet him on travels, and he's gonna be sporting his own holy symbol of Palor or some shit, and Ariel will just fucking hate him for it.
Takes that from him. No,
you're not allowed.
No.
Palor said.
But in page 100 in million.
What page? In page 476 in subsection 4 of subsection 5 within quotation 4.a.
And then Ariel flips her. Oh shit! Right.
That motherfucker is right.
No, so the idea of the forms is a philosophical concept, pretty much saying that there is a perfect version of something, and only perfection can exist in heaven. So the idea is that, okay, what is a chair? And everyone fucking knows what a chair looks like. It's a thing that you put your back on.
It's a thing that you do so many investigation rolls on, so you know that it's suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, That's what chair is.
That's what a chair is,
That's
bro.
exactly
Wow.
what chair is. So, moving on. The idea of like, okay, so you take apart you try to identify what a chair means. Okay, so does a chair have to have 4 legs? What if a chair has 2 legs?
So
well, now it's a stool. Okay, so let's
a chair with 2 legs is you're on the floor, bud.
well, so like I've seen chairs
A chair with
legs.
2 legs.
I've seen chairs with 2 legs.
No, wait, hold on. I was gonna walk myself into that joke.
Good boy. Good boy. So
I'm
the idea is like, oh, what? So is the chair made out of steel? Would a chair be made out of wood? Like, what is a conceptual true chair? What is the thing that when you think of chair, this is always and forever mathematically true chair? What is the mathematical true table? What is the mathematical true water? So like all these things, the true form of it would be in this version of heaven, or this material plane. I like the idea of that concept.
Right.
That guy. I don't know what that guy does, but that guy, the guy who thinks too hard.
That motherfucker.
He can be the patron saint of procrastination.
Of
you sitting and staring at the ceiling, being like, yeah, but like, why do farts smell?
Vic, did we have the same brain cell moment?
We did actually, yes.
2-legged chair is.
Damn it.
I could just see his disappointment.
And then read what I sent Vic.
Oh no. Where did? Oh, right over here. God damn, we really did have a brain cell moment. I didn't even see that.
I thought that's what you were responding to. I'm like, oh, damn
I
it.
really was not. I didn't see that at all. Holy crap. We need to stop doing that.
Like this.
So this is what they look like in my head. So
Do you guys have distinctions between like?
They look spooky.
There's different circles. Again, stealing off her my boy JC's book.
Yeah, what's up, JC? Shout out to JC.
Shout out to JC. His book. I wish there was a camera on you so everyone can just see the. See. For this is an audio thing, so yeah.
No one will ever know.
Nobody would ever know that you beat your chest, JC.
I beat my chest for JC.
You can flog to JC, but that's dumb. And I'm pretty sure JC wouldn't want you to do that.
That's not how I was raised. I mean, I was raised on a bunch of weird stuff, but you know.
So jokes aside.
Jokes aside now.
I like the idea that being like different circles in the celestial plane. Whatever that means, because I know D&D going like into gods, what god would you create? Like, well, there's like 100 gods for just water itself.
Yeah.
There's 100 gods for the light.
Session reset.
Oh, it's a session reset? No.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
What is a session reset?
Oh
look, we're live again.
If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna pause us for a bit, and then it's gonna.
Okay, there we go.
There it goes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see like all kinds of crazy shit right now.
There went. Okay. Session reset.
I don't understand.
Draw pile likes to be a little finicky sometimes with us.
Code is complicated, legitimately.
It's a free drawing program where everybody can draw at once.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hard. But no, like so angels will look like Ariel at some levels, and then angels will look like the Metatron.
Megatron.
There's angels that will look like a Megatron.
Oh, Metatron.
Yeah, Metatron.
Yes.
And then there's angels that will look like freaking the most horrific things ever, because those guys are badass and will fucking go toe to toe with Satan and kick his ass.
Favorite kinds of angels.
Yeah, I do like the aesthetic of those type of angels. Yeah. I have like a specific aesthetic that I like angels having, where like they don't have necessarily like facial features, like no nose, no eyes, because they don't need that.
Yeah.
So like everything that's from the center or like maybe a jaw. Like as soon as the jaw starts, like it just halos over into a circle, but all that's completely empty, and that is the halo that we associate with.
Yeah.
So you get that circle, you break the top of it off, and then you have your demons.
I have seen that
I'm gonna be completely real.
before thing.
This concept, I feel like, came out of like a lucid dream I had, and it was sitting on the edge of my bed.
It's horrifying.
What are you doing right now?
Yes. This looks like something out of a subconscious that I saw once, and I just forced myself to forget it.
I like Vic. I can't explain it well.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
So
I love that.
You circle that, that's an angel. You cut that off, that's a demon. Or a devil.
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
That's...
So, alright, so for this pantheon, and I had another, like, side note put in place, I guess discussing, like, who or what you want in your pantheon. Where do you stand on Nephilims?
So I was actually going to say this, and I wanted to actually hear from a player who actually is playing an angel.
Yeah.
So Nephilim, they're different things, and I think in D&D they're slightly scarier than what they are in the Bible.
In the
Bible, I think in the Bible, they're essentially, at the most offensive way I can say it, an angel and a human god, hot and heavy.
Yes.
So, and then now here's a half angel.
And then my take on I think, well, at least what I've read a few times on Nephilims was they're also the combination of an angel and a demon.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Having a relationship.
I know that's very, like, there's been many times where, Warren, I have a friend who is not, like, super in my social circle, but wants to play D&D. There's been, like, I don't know, 7 out of 10 times that they want to play a demon-angel combination.
I mean, in all fairness, that would probably be, like, our campaign's probably the perfect place to do it.
Yeah, this specific campaign would be pretty good for that to happen. So, I know that Nephilim in Magic the Gathering is, like, a huge fucking horrific creature with, like, I think 4 sets of magic, colors.
Yeah, Shelby's in chat. You want to confirm that for me,
yeah.
Shelby? About the
I think
whole
there's a
Nephilim and
Nephilim
magic?
card that's, like, a giant monstrosity or a nightmare. And it's like 4 out of the 5 sets. I could be wrong. If Ryan was in or Trent, they would correct me. But I think my thoughts.
What's your thoughts, bro?
Demons, devils, and angels all have a set correlation or set like core rules in most things. They pretty much differ in specific things which that identifies your personality, good and evil being one. I don't think angels have peepees.
Yeah, he's a good boy. You know what?
I don't think angels have peepees.
Ariel, can you confirm or deny this?
That's all I want to ask Ariel.
West has a very serious question.
I don't think
Ariel,
angels...
is this why you never want to take a bath with me?
I don't know. Like there are that's what I was saying. Like I don't think angels would procreate. Like they have an evolution standpoint.
If they do, I would say it's like in the same concept that like the goddess Athena is created through concept.
Yeah, or blood being spilled. That's how elves were created.
Oh yeah. My elves in my story came from the trees.
Oh.
They were pulled right out of the trees.
Nephilim,
and that's why their burial, if I'm going to talk about my world lore, that's why elves were pulled out of the trees, and that's why their burials are, they put their people back into the trees, and if you walk through an elven forest, you'll see, like, skeletons, like, grown into the trees itself.
That's fucking dope.
I know, I love it so much.
That's really badass. Colt, would you like to tell us what your intake on, because
he says, him.
So I don't know, and this might vary from what I think most people when they play angels or they want to be something from the celestial plane. I really don't think that they should have a penis, but I do know have a wee wee or as the technical term for the opposite of a JJ. I don't.
The clinical term, yes.
The I don't see why they would have that as just a base biological evolutionary sample.
Yes.
They transformed and metaphysicalized into something greater, something as demons and devils. They don't need a peni. Like why? Why would they use that? They don't. They need sharp teeth. They need cool wings.
Yeah.
Their skin needs to withstand really weird pressures.
So, just why do you have two peepees?
That's for.
He stole one from an angel.
He stole it from an angel. What if the angel has it? I don't know where he stole it from.
He don't need two.
How did they go pee?
Yeah, and I have another follow-up question. If this has two peepees, which one pees?
Oh, they don't.
Oh no.
Where do you think the rage comes from?
Oh no. I'm learning so much lore today.
Oh boy.
That's a bad. But yeah, so how do they procreate? So going with Nephilim, how would a Nephilim be created? Ritualistically?
I think that it depends on like the rank of angel, because aren't there like multiple kinds?
Yes.
Like maybe the higher ups maybe don't have the junk because they don't need it, but like the lower ones probably do.
And you're created to have a fundamental right of law and physics, the speed of sound. We have the identification of vibration. You're in charge of making sure that gravitational pulls exist, and you have a dick.
Also, in the terms of Dungeons and Dragons, angels taking a primarily human appearance. What are your thoughts on angels that don't look human and may look like other races?
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Yeah.
Again, going towards the whole.
Is there like an orc version of an angel? Is there like a
us humans, people who are writing this fantasy world, aka kind of we not to say negative things, but we like to personify us as being the best. The most complicated thing in existence looks like us. The entity of creation looks like us. If you do not look like us, a humanoid, you are monstrosity. You are the other.
And I think it might also go into the fact of different races, different religions.
Yeah.
Different concepts of.
So does the angel,
goodness.
An angel of Morden, does that angel look like a dwarf? So if the angel, a conceptual angel like Palor, sun healing good, what do they look like? What's up? What up?
For the PP comment, they one is used for peen and one's used for procreation, as it's called coming and going.
Oh my god. Who wrote that?
That would be by Shortbeard VA.
Shortbeard, we are good friends now. Super good friends.
Shortbeard is my VO for Grayson.
Yeah.
Well,
good job. Who also did a really fantastic series of clips for Lynn for her birthday as Grayson.
It was fantastic.
Awesome.
I'll have to share those with you later. Let's see.
What did Colt say?
I want to share.
Yes.
Let me share a picture of Palor that Vic I've already shown you, but I want you to show.
Okay, I'm gonna have you help me with this in a minute too, because I'm having fits.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is it going?
What
It's going to your.
Oh, it's going to my DMs.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop.
So
but this, I like this.
Oh, that's a good one with Palor.
As Palor.
That's a good one.
I like that.
I know that the party wasn't there because it's a very private thing between Ario and Palor, but like Palor had to make the sun rise.
Yes.
And if Palor is not there, the sun is not there. I like that idea, so I like his head.
I'm trying. Well, I need help on what I'm doing with the hair because I'm stuck on how I want it to look.
Why does it need a hair?
That's a very specific design element that the person that wanted it wants it to be. It's specific to how they are as a deity, quote unquote.
My hair is always the best hair.
I know. So this one's supposed to have like really long hair. Like, have it kind of working like that, but I don't know.
Okay.
How I want it to look.
Okay.
Like, All right, so here
Um,
Colton says, I want to say they do. If we go with the in God's image thing, if anything, maybe when they visit the material plane, they can make them. I'm not sure how to. So are you saying that Ariel wants a PP, Colton?
I mean, if Ariel identifies like as male, then maybe when Ariel materializes in the material plane, he looks like the version that Ariel thinks suits what would be the easiest translation. So like maybe he took the appearance of like an Asmir male or a human male.
Yes, yes.
Which I think is a dope fucking concept.
Oh, yes, I like that. Yes.
What
Oh,
if,
like branches? Hell
like,
yeah.
depending on who's looking at him, he's a different race?
That's
Yeah.
dope
Ooh,
too.
I like that theory.
You
Like,
can't do
like
that
that
for
way.
our
That way,
game.
he appeals to all.
'Cause
If
Vic
that makes
can't do all
sense.
that. No, that's a dope idea. I really do like that idea. The whole thing, like, I'm in this form because this is what your mind can comprehend. Like,
Yeah, or this is what makes you like comfortable,
If
I guess,
if
or
that's the
like
case-
if
if that is the case, in West's mind, West sees Ariel as a talking Trixie.
oh my god.
Because that's the best he can comprehend currently with his trauma that's going on.
Oh, Trixie's best.
Oh, that's probably why he loves Ariel so much.
Ariel's a good boy.
Ariel's a very good boy, and
Ariel's a very
West,
good boy.
West will like put his life on the line for Ariel.
Yeah, I mean,
Fun
yeah.
fact. Fun fact.
Hashtag fun facts.
Hashtag fun facts.
Yeah,
I'm really liking how this is looking.
I'm very curious to see how the world works in a concept later on in the game.
I would 100% be terrified of this if I saw this in the woods.
I love them because they look scary as hell, but they're the most cryptic and not unhelpful people.
They're so unhelpful.
So, as being a very heavily no eat meat boy, looking at this entity, I would feel the absolute most scared of all because of a thing that that Griswold said, like, well, I'm like a heavy vegetarian, like, because it's Druid, right, for the Harry Potter. I'm a heavy vegetarian, and I view plants above all things. So actually, I think that my guy would be like the opposite of a vegetarian. Like, he would go out of his way to not eat plants and only eat meat. I'm like, okay, no, I like that idea. And I'm thinking like, oh shit.
Oh
If
shit.
this guy saw me, he'd be like, you have killed more of my kind than anyone else. And then Griswold would be like, what's up? I'm gonna go eat that bear. Alright. And then fucking bro fist and then leave. Colton said,
amazing.
not necessarily once, but yeah. What Jesus said. When he visits a realm, he takes the closest shape that okay. Genital included. That's a reason why I have. Oh yeah, that's why true form is an option for his race. Yeah, the inner light and the wings.
You can 100%
etc.
say I'm wrong on this, and you know it's completely valid. But I feel like Ariel now knows what genitalia is because of West. Because West has been the most naked
Well,
out of everyone.
well, there is more to Ariel's story that
There is,
has
of
not
course.
been explored. So
would
you
like
can
to
keep
explore
thinking
it.
that. I
I'm
like
gonna-
that. I like
This
that
is
West
my
thinks that. This
hashtag-
is my thought.
Hashtag headcanon.
Hashtag headcanon. My feelings.
My feelings on this are.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes, I'm.
This guy's spooky as hell.
Yes.
I like him. I think me and him can become friends.
There we go.
He's
Moro.
Moro. And then Mara looks exactly like it, but
Shorter.
they've got their hair cut.
Okay.
So it's like actually
Moro
like
and
cut. Moro and Mara.
Mara. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, they are essentially these, like almost tree ants in a way, kind of
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah. And these are
And-
deities, or
For my world, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I like them. They're pretty.
They're
cool.
well, they're kind of deity-ish. They're just
Gods, we would say.
yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. Okay.
But they are they're kind of like Moro is demigod or ruler of fate, and the other one, Mara, is the one of free will. So they kind of roam the woods together. And yeah, so out, and if whenever someone stumbles upon them, they always kind of openly talk to each other and be like, "Was this your doing or was this?" And they just kind of argue with each other, and they're not very helpful.
That's funny. I was
Yeah.
I recently the goodest of boys.
That's his pantheon is being a good boy.
I like it a lot. I was researching. By researching, I mean I was just listening to one guy who's smarter than me. Talk about the lizard folk gods.
Yes.
Do you know about this? Have you heard about this?
The lizard folk gods. Yeah. I probably should know this at some point. So talk to me about it.
Essentially, lizard folk do not call themselves lizard folk. They call themselves something, which is the name of. There's two lizard folk entities. Back in the back day. Back in the way back.
In the way backs.
Yeah. So there was two lizard folks. And they're very much I guess kind of like Alistair. In the moment, action. Oh, that looks cool. If it's just super thin and like.
Oh yeah, I'm just erasing it, but yeah, that's
I'm just saying. Like really tiny, like little spiky hairs.
Yeah.
Like spinies. But they were just roaming around and living in the moment, and just acting and eating and impulsively being a thing. And it specifically says that lizard folk do not have their evolution does not give them a gender until last moment, until they know what the tribe needs in and of itself. So like the lizard folk deities don't have any gender. And one of the lizard folk was one day decided to do the oddest of concepts and think.
Oh.
And it was like, well, and then would never eat. It would never do anything. It would, and the other lizard folk were like, yo, why aren't you like moving? Why aren't you doing anything? Like, well, I'm thinking, what if I move in the wrong way, like these consequences would happen. If I kill this wrong thing,
he thinks so hard. Yeah, he just stops moving.
Exactly, and so that indecision was broken apart, and the lizard folk essentially one became anger and one became more of the thinker, and there's where your lizard folks were created, and they're just always in contrast to each other because I don't know, I just thought that the separation was kind of like that. The angry ones are the guys and the thinkers are the girls.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're lizards.
Yeah.
My lizard just sits there and acts angry all the time.
So
I don't think
he's the angry one.
Yeah, he's the angry one.
Oh, he's very much the angry one.
Good old angry Mac. Wait, that's not how eyebrows work.
Did you know that you have 7.5 hours remaining of battery?
Do I?
That's what that little
No, it's telling me that I have to wake up in 7.5 hours, but I don't follow that. I don't follow that.
Oh.
It's my flux. So it tells me when I should be waking up, but I don't.
Oh.
Okay. Don't tell me what to do.
Damn technologies.
There.
I'm not gonna lie, DBZ Alistair was like my favorite.
That was
I mean, it was fucking righteous.
That was peak for me.
What other topic do you have, bro?
Bro, let me look at my Google Doc. My very, very long Google Doc. Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit. We actually discussed it.
We kind of did. Well, there's like one little sub note that I have where it's like, is it possible to world build without a pantheon? Which I'm going to say yes to you because you've got your Harry Potter game, which you have an entire world without a pantheon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have a thought. So okay, can you have clerics or paladins in a game? Yeah, absolutely.
So how does that work for you?
It doesn't. The question is,
they just don't.
No, they just don't. No. The question is, does God exist, or does God not exist? That's not the question that you need to ask. The question that they need to ask is, how strong is their faith?
Yes.
Their faith gives them their abilities. God is unimportant in a world that does not have deities. Their faith in that is what's important.
I'm not sure where I'm going with this. What?
That makes sense.
Are you critiquing my Harry Potter world, Lynn? Snap finger.
No.
Snap finger.
No, I said that makes sense.
I don't know if you were being sarcastic.
No, I'm 100% genuine.
Okay.
All right, chat. What should we draw? Because I'm waning on my ideas.
Hold on.
Great.
And we got to do our one last draw because we're at that time.
Oh shit! You guys have a schedule and everything, man.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus, I have a question that has nothing to do with any.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Did you like the West thing?
Which one? The animation?
The what?
Yes.
Yes,
That
I
one.
loved it, and I changed my pants.
Wow.
I absolutely loved it. It was fucking amazing. It was so cool.
I'm very proud.
Okay.
It was the best.
There's a good old boy. While I wait for chat, I will not. Oh, sketch a god of one of what you embodies.
All right. Vic, sketch the god of stress.
Yeah, he's right there. Done.
I'm drawing a good boy.
Oh, you're drawing a good boy.
Oh,
What exactly
I have an
was?
idea. But if you guys already like honed in on what you
Yeah, no. What's up? What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, so pick any deity that you want. Let's use Paler because that one has like a very like simple concept of like the sun, right?
Oh yeah, Taylor. I know this guy.
Thank you. Please give us something like yes. As an idea, like Paler. So, what would the opposite of Paler be? Draw Paler as that.
I am drawing Taylor right now.
No, the opposite of that.
Well, he's pretty fucking right.
Like, if Paler is the god of the sun, draw like the demon of the sun.
I gotta draw Taylor really quick.
Yes.
Like, give me like 1 second, bro.
I thought he. Hold on.
Colton,
Hold on.
Can you confirm?
All right, I'll confirm this is exactly what Paler looks
Hell
like.
yeah.
There.
Look at that doobie. He's fucking right, bro.
Yes, bro.
Or you draw your favorite deity.
I think this is my new favorite deity.
Alright, fine. You guys come up with an idea.
Steph suggested Valcor.
Valcor is righteous.
I brought. Shortbeard says, "I brought a bunch of sauce. I need some wings, angel and or devil."
Who's
Sun god.
Sun god.
Yes. Hell yes.
Oh, I'm saving this. This is a hot mess, but I'm saving it.
Oh.
Wait, Paler needs a pocket chain.
Pocket chain, bro.
There.
God. He has one of those lighters
He
that has
has
a dragon
a
on
tattoo
it.
of a sun. You read me. Oh my god, sun nipples.
Yeah.
And then abs.
Redded.
Of course, Baylor has abs.
There we go.
Ariel says that's close enough.
He's got sun written right on his knuckles.
Because he has 4 fingers.
Yes.
His knuckles say sun boy.
Sun boy.
Oh shit. Yes.
This is the best Paylor ever. Thank you.
Okay, if West were ever to meet Paylor and Paylor had to like change into what he could comprehend, this is what he's saying.
Yes, absolutely. So.
You would just see Paylor sigh. Alright, my
do that.
guess.
This is what you see. Yes, this is absolutely what I see.
He's beautiful.
You're not as big as a dick as I thought you'd be.
He's just a giant dick.
Just a giant penis.
Literally a peni. One peni.
Just one.
Taylor has to pull Ariel's side. Like, I need to talk to you about your friend. And he'll be like, I know.
Oh.
He needs a puka shell necklace. Damn.
Yeah,
Missed
puka
the
shell necklace,
opportunity.
yeah.
Oh well. Alright, so, alright.
Jesus, let's have
Wings,
you
we
draw
have some
someone.
wings.
What am I doing? What?
What?
I heard two voices.
Draw. Jesus.
What?
Jesus.
Yes. What about it? I have a pen. What am I doing with this pen?
You're breaking up on us, Lynn.
Draw.
Draw. Oh, what should I draw?
Well, let's see. We have some suggestions.
Give me suggestions.
Let's see. So, Shortbeard has suggested that some wings. So at least if we draw something that has wings on it, that'd be cool.
Okay.
If you want to draw a god of what you embody, you can do that.
What the fuck do I embody? No. None fulfillment.
None.
Pressure. Self-doubt. What do I embody?
What do you want to embody? I would say so Ariel is on a quest right now to become the god of love and joy.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want to go on a quest on to embody as a god?
Just
Line.
Existence.
Line.
As is.
Line.
Existence.
Line.
Something continuously
Line.
going.
So like a creator then.
I'm gonna draw something over here. Don't mind me.
God
I'm gonna draw a head. I can draw heads, I
Go
guess.
for it. Yeah, you got it.
But
Wait, layer check, bro. Hit that layer button.
God dang it! What did I do?
Oh, you're on the right layer. Just layer checking you.
Oh, no.
Always make sure you're on the right layer. Otherwise,
Don't
you're gonna
you
have like
slayer
a real
check me.
bet. I'm gonna slayer check.
I don't know how most things are drawn.
I see you in that corner.
Yosh.
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 I'm not drawing. I'm not drawing Yoshi. It's not Yoshi.
Are you...
Let me finish.
Okay.
Is it a butt? Oh.
What's happening here? It's a Koopa.
Yes.
It's the one with wings.
Yes, there we go. Nailed it.
There's your wings right there.
That would be my god.
That'd be your god. Just distorted face and a floating head.
A something that does not want but is.
Something that does not want but is.
That's
So the
good, bro.
concept being a floating head with a distorted face.
Sure.
Okay. And a tiny little body. So if I were to concept this for you.
How come your pen strokes are heavier than mine? Is it because you're pressing harder?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So if I was gonna do like what you did, it'd be like.
Oh.
But I'm just.
See,
going,
so it like okay. Here's the thing. Like subconsciously, that I didn't fucking know. See how your what's a good word to say it? Your comfort is.
I
Your
love how he has ears but doesn't have a face.
yeah. Your comfort is already on drawing versus mine is very light and don't want to put too much pressure, not sure of themselves. That embodies the thing that does not want to think.
I was gonna say it's because we're live and people are watching and sometimes.
Oh, I don't give a shit about
You
that.
don't give a shit about that?
I don't care if people are watching me. How many eyeballs I have on me at all time?
There you go.
All time. God. How does his head stay up? Wait, hold on. He has the wings up.
Those neck muscles, bro. Sorry. It's those neck muscles, bro. Yes.
He has the wings up here to keep his head up.
I cannot draw a straight line because I can't look at this. Oh my god.
His tummy is sad. His
Wait,
tummy has
hold
a
on.
sad face.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, god.
Is this the 8th person?
But
Oh my
But look,
God,
but-
if I saw this in my room, I'd
as
Now
soon
he's
as you do
mad.
that,
Lines make you mad.
Lines make you mad, bro.
That's the name of the episode. Lines make you mad.
Lines make you so mad. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's
It's the question. Yeah, the question is you were drawing the question.
it's the question. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love the question. Question's like my favorite hero.
He digs through your garbage.
Yeah.
He's like I was gonna say a bad word, Batman.
There. Now he's like really angry.
So angry.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
I just completely lost.
Oh my god! Like, ow, my earball.
Your earball. Okay, I think you should have a soul patch.
God, I hate soul patches.
Good.
It looks so bad.
Good.
If you have a soul patch, I'm sorry.
Ew.
It's flavor saver.
All right. I'm gonna draw.
Disgusting.
So drawing a god that embodies us.
Wait, why don't you draw? Or you could draw the chat angel.
A chat angel?
Yeah, draw a chat angel.
Draw like my own concept of an angel?
No, like chat as an angel. Draw Chaddington as an angel. Better idea.
He probably has this as a portrait in his.
Oh my god.
In his house.
I can totally see him like, but I have more abs than that. Like, Chaddington, you don't have any abs. No, I have more.
So when does Grayson and Chaddington get to have tea together?
Oh shit, I don't know. Whenever our worlds collide.
Yes. Yes.
Oh god, that'd be scary.
How big is Chaddington's jaw? Like, does it just get ever bigger? Every like the fucking tick. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I love.
Oh lord.
I see. What you drawing down there, Lynn?
Have mercy on our souls.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, that's fine.
I'm
I'll be over here.
I'm drawing my deity.
Oh, okay. Draw your deity. I'm gonna.
Is it Goku?
No.
So when it comes to, so I'm gonna also do this as a tutorial for drawing Chaddington. When I draw Chaddington, so whenever it comes to drawing Chaddington, I get face structure first, and then I go in for the smile.
God, that fucking God.
Look at him.
So you draw Chaddington, and I'm gonna pull up a picture of the physical person in real life because I'm not creative and I had to steal people's faces, who I based Chaddington off. Ooh, that's a nice eyebrow.
And then the eyebrow comes in. It's like he doesn't know what he's doing half the time, but the second you put him in front for portrait time, he's just like in the zone. Like that's where he shines the most. Oh, Lynn.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
That's actually really good, and I love it.
Gotta...
Is that
the
guy from Mahuro?
Yeah, it is.
What does he do again?
He's basically
What
like,
doesn't he do?
I don't know.
He's basically like the Superman of their world, minus like the laser eyes.
Oh.
He's like a mix between Superman and Captain America.
I need a picture where he's not being a fucking weirdo.
There we go. He's like super like decked out, and I gotta like do his like cravat down here.
Honestly, him and all I see is or Tabin, and that's hurting me. And inside,
I'll give him a ponytail.
yeah, honestly, if you gave him a ponytail, it would just be Grayson's dad. So
I draw Tabin as an angel, right? Because that's canon.
how dare,
Oh,
how dare you?
That's a very neutral face on him. Oh, okay.
Is about right? Yeah, I got jaw to cheek ratio pretty on point.
That's who I based him off of. If for everyone that's on the interwebs, it's a James Willems from Hunt House. That's who I thought that he would represent the most.
Chaddington's wings would be made of gold, just FYI.
Oh, you want to know what his wrestler persona is?
His what?
He has a wrestler persona.
He does?
Yeah.
Chaddington needs to join West in the fighting ring.
I thought that they brawled already.
He took one hit in a back alley.
Uh-huh.
West was trying to find an official underground fighting ring at the time. And then we ran into grappler things, and it was not a fun time.
grappler things.
The ropey things, not ropers, but like the weird tentacle people. No, not those tentacle people. The ones that the part of the fish people. I don't remember.
Oh,
They had names that I should remember, but I don't.
Gosh, dang it, the shin something,
I'm like 5
shenanigans,
seconds.
the shenanigans.
I was straight up about to call them hentai people. Because all I remember was them grappling west.
Oh, into the waters?
He wasn't grappled into the water. He strength checked against it, but he was grappled for a bit.
Well, his wrestler name is the Angel. Like
Angel?
He's a good boy.
Wow,
he's the goodest of boys.
Totally fits then. So here we are.
I think Chaddington's domain would be wealth and wealth.
I'm gonna be honest with you. His domain would be wealth. I'm gonna be completely honest. Before you ever like let me know that Chaddington had a face cannon, whenever I would think of Chaddington, I would think of Lee Pace.
Lee Pace was that?
He was in Pushing Daisies. He was in Thranduil from The Hobbit, the bougie elf king.
Oh yeah, that's a good art. I think that guy
Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he would be a good Ariel.
Good to know.
So half his face is completely obscured by shadow. Is that because his nose is so big that the light just blocks the?
It's there's actually an artist note on it from the artist.
Okay, what is it?
It has to do with I think it was like a spite thing because they when they were conceptualizing All Might as a hero, basically what you would call an executive producer, but for the manga world, was like, oh, we don't want something like that. He's too ugly looking. You want a hero that's like, that has like a nice face. And so they're like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna not draw him like that, and I'm gonna draw him. It's actually supposed to kind of embody like the old school style American comics where Superman's yeah. So that's what he's embodying. So it was spite. And it's also an homage to actual American comics.
Oh,
I think it looks dope.
I do too. I love it so much.
Yeah. I'm about it.
I'm gonna give him a tiny baby sideburn just to appease Lynn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is Lynn into the sideburns?
Well, Lynn was worried that I was drawing Tabin for a minute, and Tabin has like omega sideburns down to here.
Oh shit. Does Tabin also like psychobilly music?
Have you never seen what Tabin looks like?
Yeah, he's seen the Wanted poster.
Have I?
Yeah, in game. The magpie.
Look, dude, I have so many names in my head. Magpie is a good name to remember.
Okay, well,
I will never remember.
Tabin Tadarick, aka Grayson's father.
I will never remember Grayson's father actually by anything other than Grayson's father or Magpie.
So Magpie.
Thank you.
Has like the omega sideburns.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Grayson has the omega sideburns. Let's be honest here.
He does. Yes. I had to catch myself for a minute, but yes.
Yes. All the yeses and 2 of the yeses. All the 1, 2, 3 yeses.
Yeah. I try to. Colton says I try to mimic Lee Pace's Thranduil sometimes in Game of Zariel. I feel it. I feel the energy, dude. Yeah.
I like
it.
it.
Did Lynn send you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, because that's what we were trying to get to you at some point.
What was it?
The horns.
Oh yeah.
So Lynn sent. So for context for chat, Lynn had stumbled across a set of demon horns that looked just like disses on Amazon. So we had to get that to Jesus as quickly as we can to let him know it exists.
I love it, and it represents everything that I love.
You said he has blue eyes, right?
Yes, he has blue eyes. Blue eyes and slick black hair.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Slick black hair.
Love it. Love it.
Ding.
I will continue to yell into the microphone.
Just yell into the microphone for me while I'm drawing. Shortbeard says you either like Psychobilly or you're wrong.
Correct.
Yes.
There is I was introduced to a style of music that I do not know what to classify it as, but it has slight like thrashy riffs with psychobilly undertone, It has very like that whole Panic at the Disco, Marky de Vaudeville like circus um, lyricality, but also has Mongolian throat singing.
But
And I'm
hold up.
like, excuse the fuck me.
As
Yes.
somebody
Yes.
who is confused by music all the time, excuse me.
I don't know if I should recommend them, but it was an interesting thing of music to listen to. It was pretty good.
I'm doing like that stereotypical nobility coat where it's like with the dotted fur.
Oh yes.
That's just like, yes, I have money. I have.
Can I say how proud I am of this? This is looking dope.
You're doing such a good job at this. I love it.
Sherber says they tried to emulate Loki or Draco Malfoy when they do Grayson voice.
I try to emulate Loki and Draco. Yes, absolutely. That's the yes.
Yeah.
I do feel that actually. Because I was listening to the Grayson thing earlier.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
I may or may not request a clip of Grayson just saying, "My father will hear about this."
You can pay that guy being the actor,
Yes.
a couple of monies, and he will speak into a phone for you
I know, right?
and send it to you. And
Wait, are we talking about Tom Felton?
yeah,
Oh, wow. That's fucking wild.
you can pay him to be like, "Hey, Tom Felton, can you say happy birthday to my friend? And I will give you $400." And he's like, "Yes, I can." And then he will get in his car and he'd be like, "I guess I need to do this because I need like fucking present money today."
Yeah, right.
Oh, hey, happy birthday. So you and you, is that the real name? Yeah. Happy birthday, Mr. Vic. I hope you have a
happy
good
birthday.
day. I'm gonna go to this award ceremony. Okay, bye. You see the finger going towards the phone, turning it off. I'm like, bro, you're in movies.
Right.
You can do that better.
Right?
That's a stereo. That's just a comment on every celebrity who's on that fucking app thing.
You do movies.
You do movies. You can don't fucking. Oh my god, these guys are giving like $400 for you to say 2 sentences.
You have
give
a life.
shit. Hi.
Hello. My mother will hear about this and probably laugh her ass off at my misfortune. Oh, poor Jason.
Y'all, you hurt him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Who is a Mongolian throat singing band, I believe. I am yeah, those are the Who is a Mongolian throat singing band, but the
Colton wants to show off your All Might, Len.
because it's dope as
Do what?
Colton says, "I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna screenshot this when you're finished with All Might, so I can show my friends and go, look."
Aw. Maybe I should do some My Hero fan art.
Dude, go for it. That's some bank.
The Pine Box Boys is specifically the band I was talking about. They're interesting if you want to like listen to something interesting. The song by the Pine Box Boys, "A Pretty Little Girl," is disturbing and interesting because it is fiction. So, but it's an interesting song to listen to.
One of these days, I'm gonna commission like one of those old school like Baroque paintings of Chaddington, like standing Baroque.
A Baroque.
You know,
Is it
I want to learn how to do.
Dude, that's like one of my favorite styles to like just have my eyeballs enjoy. Like,
Well, I want to actually maybe start doing actual paintings like
dude,
that.
yeah, do it.
I need to brush up on like my portraiture.
I will never
Stuff.
go back into that because oils are my enemy.
What about like painting with twists?
Painting with a twist? Like what do you mean?
Like the thing painting.
Like painting with a twist? Yeah, the company where you go and you drink and paint on a canvas, like a flower or something. I have never been to painting with a twist, so this is all I know.
Yeah, like you're making.
We've got that over here too.
Yeah.
Wine and canvas.
Yeah.
Wine and canvas.
That's the same exact thing. Yeah, that. Oh, have you done those?
No, I've never. Well, I have done traditional like paintings, but I mostly work with acrylics because oils give me fits and they scare me.
I only paint with acrylic.
Yeah.
I like acrylics. Oils are too complicated. I've all the
Oils scare
stuff
me.
for it.
Oils
But
scare
like
me.
you have to do like you have to use gesso and you have to use liquid and you have to wait for it to dry and it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because you're trying to get the right fucking texture on it, and then it
It takes
takes
forever
days.
to dry it.
Days.
Yeah. It takes days and
You
it's
should
not
just
fun.
pick up from Birthright and be one of those birds that just has their face painted red because they're eating bone and some of the marrow gets painted on their face and caked on.
Yes.
Should I color this or just leave it black and white?
I think it's black and white,
Color if you want, man. But like,
okay.
yeah, it looks good in black and white. I almost said bracken white because I can't talk.
Bracken.
I can't fucking
Bracken.
talk. I'm losing my words entirely.
Bracken.
Bracken. Yeah, no, I prefer acrylics every day. Like there's actually a giant painting sitting behind my dresser at my parents' house that I actually want to grab just so I can like paint over it something else. So because I just don't buy fresh canvas anymore. So I'll like find something
I have
that's
too
like,
many.
like there's like it's like an old like picture that I was given by a person who I don't associate with anymore. So I'm like, I need to get rid of this, but I don't want to like get rid of this really nice frame that came with it. So I'm gonna have to do something with it. What are Chaddington's colors?
Red and gold.
Red and gold, of course. Of course.
Cause
Of course it's red and gold.
Power and wealth.
Power and wealth. Oh, Grayson, I do love your colors so very much.
Wait, what
oh,
are
his
red and
purple.
gold? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
His
nobility.
purple.
Purple because nobility, and because purple's a dope ass color.
Purple is the
And
dopest.
also purple is like a magic color too.
Yes, it is.
Purple is the dopest.
Honestly, the only reason I made him like wear purple so much is because he has such pale skin and black hair. I was like, I don't know what color would make him not look dead. So then I just picked purple.
I mean, it fits him perfectly.
It just kind of became his thing.
God damn it, I'm imagining him just like sitting there like holding up like different articles of like different purples. And it's like, should I do the
And he's-
mauve today or should I do the lilac? No, I'm gonna do dusty lavender.
His entire wardrobe is nothing but like that lavender color.
Oh my god, yes.
That's horrifying and amazing.
Violet, during the day, are you daft?
Uh,
I love Grayson very much. I love writing for him mostly.
Yo,
there's,
your
like,
writing
lines-
for Grayson is fantastic.
There's just lines that pop into my head and I'm like, I feel like Grayson would say that and I need to write it down real quick.
You pull over and your car almost cause an accident.
I drift 5 lanes of traffic just to hit the shoulder so I can write a line down. I want to see handsome hatless Jigen in Lynn style one day. Oh, that's too lewd for me. You can't have Jigen without his hat. I'm sorry, that's too lewd.
God, he's so handsome. I drew Jigen. I just didn't have him without a hat.
I don't. Jigen without a hat, though, is not. No. No.
No, no,
No, you can't
But-
do without his hat.
yes,
That's too
no, but yes.
too naked.
No, but yes.
No, but yes. He can wear nothing but has to still wear his hat. It's like Grayson rolls with boots.
Fair. For real though, do you know how difficult it is to wear thigh-high boots with nothing else? Because you have to take your pants off and then lace them all the way back on.
Yeah, Grayson, how
It's a process.
I never have done that before, Grayson. Tell me.
The things he does.
The things he does. Does for
Reasons.
reasons. Yes. I still have to go on the. There's a website I actually want to look into because I have to actually source those at some point.
Thigh highs?
Yes.
Plenty of places I would.
I do know of places where I have to look. It's just I need to actually actively start looking. But there's that brain cell in me that's just like, no.
That's
So the logical brain cell in me just went, no. But but the creative side of me has to go. No, I need to do this. The cosplayer in me says yes.
Spend all your money on boots.
Spend all my
boots
money.
And wigs.
I love to wear boots. Like in all honesty, like I fucking love boots.
Boots is the best.
Boots are amazing. I love to wear boots. I'm wearing boots right now.
Yeah, my mama complimented me.
Yeah. Your mom was like, "I love your boots," and I'm like, "Yeah, boots."
Boots and cats.
Boots and cats. Boots and cats. Yes. So.
You guys have too many colors.
We have so many colors. Do you want me to teach you how to color, Jesus?
No.
Are you sure?
I need.
Here, I'm starting with I'm doing a metal, so I'm doing a flat. I'm just gonna teach you anyway because I don't give a shit.
There's a book on color theory that I was gonna get.
Color theory? What is that?
It's when you have theories on color.
I've never heard of
Hey, here's a rundown on color theory.
Yes.
Most of the colors you see don't exist.
They really don't.
Done.
Wow.
So, because I'm doing metal, so I'm just... Yes.
Wait.
I saved you a whole bunch of time.
You just saved him a whole bunch of time and maybe like $300 in color theory courses.
Oh,
I had
God.
to wear fishnets before then. Rocky Horror is a great thing to do.
I had to wear fishnets before. That was a process. Oh, man. Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror is...
That's the thing.
I drew Grayson's dad as one of the I drew him as Brad. I drew him as Brad. That's right.
Yes, you did.
I drew him as an asshole.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. And I drew Alistair as Rocky.
Yes.
I wonder if different Rocky Horror productions have different things. What is it called?
Called what? Say that to me again.
So like throwing the rice or the water.
Oh,
or,
like the production.
Yeah,
Like
like. But what is that called? Like when the audience is
audience participation.
Yeah. I guess exactly. Yeah, I wonder if different like states and different like theater groups have like coined a thing like, oh, you go to Rocky Horror in Texas, and this is what you're gonna get into. Oh, if you do Rocky Horror in California, you're going to get into this.
I don't know. My old DM used to be in Rocky Horror. He played Riff Raff.
Yay.
Yeah, but I think it's for the most part universal.
I would assume, right? Because like the same jokes get.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys.
Like I'm sure there are like other jokes and stuff, but like I don't think that's regional. I think it's just like maybe generational.
Yeah.
But even then though, like my mom used to go and see Rocky Horror, and she said she knew everything. Like she knew all the prompts and whatnot from when she used to go.
I've
So
never been to a live Rocky Horror.
I can really.
I've never been to a live Rocky Horror.
Fuck, dude. Next
Never been.
Once a month, the Alamo here in Houston has it.
Oh shit.
It's Saturday. One Saturday. I don't know. Well, we will have event times that you can go see it, and it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
And don't tell them that you're a virgin. You are not a virgin.
I mean, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not, dude.
A Rocky Horror virgin. Because.
Oh, that kind of okay.
There's gonna be a.
Well, I was gonna say it's like well, I'm not because I've used my blood in witchcraft. Thank you.
I thought you were gonna say I've used my blood in pancakes. I'm like, you could do that.
I mean, yeah, you can.
No, because specifically in the one here, there's going to be a very large individual who will pick you up and throw you front and center in the movie theater, and all your friends will be like, "All right, fuck you."
Thrown by a very large individual, you say?
wait, what happened? What's going on? I had to let my dog out.
That's totally not.
Okay. Well, then you should also.
Jesus is telling me that if I tell them I'm a Rocky Horror virgin, that's a very large person.
Oh yeah, they'll publicly shame you. Yeah.
But I was specifically told in these words that a very large person would pick me up and manhandle me to the front.
Yep, that's how that works here.
Here they
So what you're saying is I should say it.
Yeah. Bro, dude, like
Over
this is
here,
just your fantasy.
over here, they take you to the front and they make you do like a challenge
Do like a
with
what?
like the others. They make you do it like a challenge.
Interesting.
Oh,
Like they'll
combat.
well, they'll be like, okay, we're gonna have a contest with all the other people who are new, and you have to do like shots off each other, or like who can like deep throat a banana the best, or like
Oh.
dumb shit like that.
oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
For the ones
That's a thing.
that all the ones that I've been, they haven't done anything like that. But usually we go to like theme nights, like they already have like a show or a competition. Like it's bondage night. Who has the best bondage gear? Stuff like that.
Huh.
Interesting.
Bondage night.
Anyway, I think all my
It's a really good all night.
So
Thank
speaking
you.
about Jesus,
So yeah, let's talk about JC for a minute.
JC, our good boy JC.
Colton, you still with us?
You start talking about bondage, I tuned out. I don't know. What would Frankenfurter's God be?
Shortbeard says the virgin initiation for my trope was to fake an orgasm into the mic.
That's a good one. I like that one. The most casual one for virgin initiation that I've seen is just like with the lipstick, they just draw a V on your forehead.
Oh, well,
Which is
that's
like
pretty fucking casual.
Yeah.
That would also like kind of slightly annoy me because I hate that.
Yeah. So
I'd
as
be
a
like,
person,
thanks, asshole. I'm not gonna break out.
yeah. So as a person that likes the fuck out of theatricality, I do have a slight distaste for public participation.
Yeah.
When it's forced.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like forced
like
participation.
I really do like the idea, like, hey, if you're sitting in the front, we will fuck with you. If you're sitting in the back,
Yeah,
we
like-
will appreciate that you're in the back and we will yell at you.
That's usually my favorite rules to go by. Is if you're in the front, you know what you're in for.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the front for a reason, and you want that attention.
Yeah, which is totally cool. People love that, and that's totally cool. Unfortunately, Colton is still there. Colton, let's ask some real questions. What's your bondage gear look like?
Yeah.
Are
do
you
have the
a
best
whip boy? Candles? Rings? What nets? What do we do with Colton? What are you? Wait 30 seconds. Then reply.
So,
We're
yeah,
now
there we have
hitting
it
into
for our-
to late night territory.
Yeah, this is where the brain cell starts to slowly die off.
It is almost 1 in the AMs.
It is, yeah. All right, so there is our Chaddington Angel. Hope that's that pairs well with your soft short beard. What's drawn on that napkin, bro?
I don't.
You don't want to draw on my tablet, but you'll draw on a napkin? I'm gonna publicly shame you.
1 second.
He's leaving.
1 second.
He's leaving.
1 second.
Okay.
Let me show you a thing.
Okay, show me a thing.
I'm not an artist at all.
No, it's totally fine. I'm not shaming you for not being an artist. I'm shaming you for not wanting to. Ooh.
This is.
Let me see that line. I like doodles. I love doodles.
This is what I do when I'm playing in your game.
Oh, really? You draw while when playing in my game? No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I like that Goku you got going on down there.
Yeah, I was thinking about Goku's.
Wow, we're like a one brain cell. We were just drawing Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah. I don't know how to draw things, so I draw the same
I'm
shape
literally
over
here
and
so I can
over
teach
and
you how to
over
draw,
and
bro.
over and over and over again.
I could literally teach you how to draw.
I think I've drawn more pentagrams than anyone has ever Satan
I
in
could
their
literally
life.
teach you how to draw. I have a degree in art. I can teach you, bro. I'm qualified.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was gonna move.
No, it's not gonna do anything. It has to wait for my pen. No.
Fuck.
No, that's this screen. Don't touch my screen because it'll move on Twitch.
Shit.
He's like, damn it, the integrity of the video.
I think.
Colton says he's taking a vow of silence.
Oh, so you're a sub?
Oh.
Colton would be a great sub. He would do what the person wants with. No, I think Colton would be a dom. No, Colton's a dom. Colton's and dom are very specific.
This is a conversation I cannot be a part of.
Why not? We're all friends here.
I know we're all friends here.
We're all friends here, and this is late night.
This is like
It is officially more than midnight, so it is late night. Colton.
I'm not a spicy boy in real life. I can write like a spicy boy, but I'm not a spicy boy.
Vic is a power bottom. Understood.
Excuse me.
Colton would be a dom.
Fortunately, Tabitha's not here to confirm or deny, so you can sit in that. Oh, god damn it! Don't message her.
No.
Man, she's dead ass asleep.
But
I know she's dead ass asleep.
I could just assume when she wakes up, you're gonna get a phone call at like 6 in the morning
You'll
and
just
get
get a
your ear
response.
exploded.
You're gonna get a response at like 7 a.m. Just like, yeah.
I'm curious.
Message her. I don't give a shit.
I'm trying, but my phone's not acting. All right.
I love how we're all learning so much about each other now.
We're all close friends here. We're all fam. Please, Kansas convo. Oh god.
You know who'd be a great power bottom? Like the best power bottom that I can think of?
This.
Aaron Hansen.
You think so?
I think Aaron Hansen would be a great power bottom.
Aaron, can you confirm nor deny this?
Apparently, he's listening right now.
Aaron, please. I love you.
I don't know. I think he's too. I think he's too much of a pleaser. I guess.
That's why power.
See.
All right. He'll be a great sub. Okay, he'll be a great sub.
Where's Grayson on the scale? I need to know.
Grayson will be a fucking top.
Thank you.
I think
People
I know
have
my
said
boy.
otherwise.
No, Grayson would be top. I'm not. You can switch roles every now and then, but primarily he would be top.
I'm nodding my head.
He's
but I'm nodding my head.
he is definitely a yeah. Gray is definitely a
The term you're looking for is service bottom.
Service bottom. Thank you.
That's what Cutie Chain says. Thank you, Hannah.
Service bottom.
This is some very interesting conversation that's happening here.
I actually okay. Jesus, I actually have art. You've seen art of this, so never mind.
No. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, do you have more?
Art of what?
Oh, wait. I do have art. Hold on, that you have not seen.
Art.
Bro, like anytime any one of my bros draws a peni, I want it. I need it in my life.
Do you need to see it?
I need to see it.
Okay, because I have a lot of peni on my sketchbook.
Yeah,
Hold on.
You do it for commissions, though. You don't do it for the love.
I do it for the passion of the peni.
Let me find it.
And he a monitor, but I'm interested in learning how to use. Yeah, roleplay's really fun.
I'm just gonna stay out of this conversation.
There's a great group at Renfair that will teach you how to do roleplay. If you are in Texas.
Speaking of angels, no, this actually kind of goes in context with our thing. I'm showing Jesus a dirty image that I drew for a commission. So.
Yeah, I guess that's a classic one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just what I was told to draw.
Of course.
So that was the thing.
It's very 80s.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't want. Like, fuck off, dude. You're such a fake individual. Fuck off.
So I do have. I think yeah.
Grayson is not a power bottom. Thank you.
He's not. I have drawn art of him being a top. I have drawn art of Grayson being a top, actually, and there you go.
Wait.
I think this would be. So here's the thing, because this was originally my guy.
He is still your guy, dude.
No, I mean you guys have free range to use him however you please, including in any situation or bending that you want.
That was your mistake. Do not power.
So what?
That was
Do not give us power.
Yeah, that was my warning. Don't give us power.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I don't. Every single character and the 16 years that I've been involved in Dungeons and Dragons, all my characters have all been asexual, because that's not a thing that I look for in this game. Like there's no need for romance or anything. It's just saving the world, be a bro. So this, when I was asked by curious people, like he doesn't have a preference. So I think if this was ever in a relationship, like with that individual, he would be in that position, not because he wants to or cares. It's just Would you please shut the fuck up?
Lynn,
Fine.
was that not how the first roleplay went?
Was it really? Oh my god! It's like if you fucking just need to and stop whining.
It's like if you
Ready,
want it, just go for it.
Yeah.
I have no varying.
It
opinion.
doesn't concern him. It doesn't please
That was
him. It
literally
doesn't
how the
hurt
first
him.
roleplay
It's just
went.
like it's a thing.
That's how the first interaction between the two canon characters went.
That's funny. I love it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm so glad.
Wait, what are you referring to, Vic?
I'm referring to the canon roleplay they had in the tavern.
Isn't it wonderful that anytime that I'm in a conversation, it somehow turns into dicks?
Yes.
I love it.
Did that happen?
It when they were discussing preferences, Dis said I had no preference.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
It's like, and if you want to go for it, go for it. I don't care.
Wait, who's helping me where? I'm getting help. Is it with Bondage Play?
What?
I don't know. Someone says they're gonna help me. I need help. I need someone to
You
save
need
my
help?
soul. I saved my soul. It's hard when this is low.
So yeah,
Some
so
comments
it's
are hard to read.
I think we're gonna call it there for the night.
Yeah. This is how I draw. This is how I clear my mind.
That's some very nice line work, actually. I like
because
it.
I'm following this line.
That's nice. I like it.
Okay.
It's art.
It's art.
There's actually an artist that basically is that's all he's done.
Sure.
No, really.
No, I agree with you. I just said sure.
Wait, who?
I forgot his name.
What is
Jesus
what
is
is
like
Jesus?
Jesus is just doing geometric lines,
Picasso's
Like-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
making squares and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, there's literally an artist that does that.
Let's just forget what I said. We can get into that conversation later.
I'm gonna find him.
I am
really
very
quick.
opinionated.
Yeah, Mondrian.
Mondrian. That sounds like a good name.
Pierre Mondrian. Let me get him. Nothingness is a good thing. What? That's literally his art.
Oh,
Squares.
fuck off, dude.
Very cool.
Yes.
Fuck off with your goddamn
Squares.
translation
Look at that. Squares and lines.
bullshit.
Squares and
Fuck
lines.
off.
Look at
Fuck
Squares and lines, y'all.
off.
it's just lines.
I feel like I
Fuck off. It was someone who thought it was fucking cool. Fuck off. I'll just scam. Fucking
Well,
big
here, this
media
one-
art's a scam. Fuck those guys.
This one's called "The City as a Metaphor."
Yeah, I like your idea.
feel like
It's a good
this-
concept.
nope.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're trying to do the shine.
I can't do it.
You know,
Vic,
I
help.
noticed I can't
Wait.
do it either.
Hey, got grayscale.
Grayscale?
Tell me about grayscale.
Grayscale.
Grayscale? Like
Yeah. Like art as in grayscaling, as in everything is one. It's just gray.
like
but different shades.
monochromatic colors?
I guess I was told by a person who hates me about grayscaling.
Can I know who this person
What
is?
about-
Later.
Fight 'em?
But no. They're just good. They have their place in the world.
They're good?
Oh, the shine that ding. No, but grayscaling.
Oh, there it is.
as in,
Yes.
All right.
Like
Happy to help.
Like you draw a thing really cool and semi-realistic.
Uh-huh.
Think semi-realism, but everything's in gray shades.
Okay.
So grayscale.
Grayscale.
That's great. Yeah.
As you said, grayscale. Just calm down.
I like grayscale.
Okay, it's nice. Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, Lynn. Lynn did that one piece of West in grayscale.
I saw it.
A lot of the times when I do like portraits of people, it's in grayscale.
Yes,
So
yes,
what's
Lynn, I literally just showed him that picture that you DM'd me.
Oh, did you?
I did.
can
have
I
to say that.
poke your heads, your artistic heads?
Sure,
Where is your mind when you are drawing in different art mediums,
Yeah, grayscale.
like grayscale or realism or a penis or anime style, like how does your mind translate what you're doing and then put it into pen paper? Because like when I say like I don't know how to draw, it's because my mind is completely blank and all I can do is just basic line.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Line.
I don't think, I just do.
Okay.
Same.
Mine is blank.
Okay. No, that's totally cool.
Here, let me I really like these two, so I'm just gonna expand the canvas to make my
Expandus.
point. So hold on. Expandus the canvas.
Expand the canvas. Father, please. Expand
Okay.
Expecto
Um,
but campuso.
Okay, so can you see me over here, like
Yes.
doing stuff over
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Yeah.
So, uh, eh. But yeah, I agree with Vic. I don't really think too much.
Because it's
Uh,
just, yeah.
I really don't think when I'm doing like realism stuff. The cartoony stuff is harder for me to do.
Because you're trying to not draw something that is real.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 10 years of drawing realistic things, so when I have to like hold back, I have to think harder.
Okay.
Oh,
So like when you're drawing, I don't know. Let's say a nose. When you're drawing a nose, like is there a specific nose?
a nose.
Wait, what?
Like as an example, like when you're drawing a nose, like is there a specific like nose that you're drawing, or because like there's no identical nose? Like I learned that specifically in fucking cosplay when they're like when people put on like makeup, like they put one color and no skin is one tone.
Yeah.
So like when you're as an example, like a nose, an ear, a finger, what are the fucking eyeball? Like, do you just let your hand do its thing, or like do you have an eyeball in your head, or do you have that nose in your head?
Well, yeah, usually from my experience, I at this point, if I'm drawing a pre-established character, I'm just going from looking at reference of that pre-established character and drawing. If this is a character that I am creating from scratch, like say when I was creating West, so my it's less of thoughts and more of coming into like a concept of what my brain wanted, and it was like, okay, we're gonna just draw I mean, for lack of better words, we're gonna draw me but cooler, and he's gonna be super strong with like the most amazing jawline that I will never have in my life. And
Get surgery.
I don't know. I'm a bitch. And then it was like, okay, and especially when it comes to creating the character, you're trying to think what kind of person they are in the moment. So West is a character, I was like, okay, this is a guy who's lived kind of a rugged life. So he's always outside. He's also a barbarian, so he has like some anger issues. So naturally he got into fights. So when I made West, I had that idea of perpetually like a broken, misshapen nose.
Mm.
So just kind of like that thought in mind when I was drawing him. But so but when I'm actually just like straight up drawing, I don't really think much of anything. But if I'm in the moment trying to conceptualize a character, I will be like, I don't say I think, I like talk out loud when I'm drawing shit because I'm weird. But yeah, so that's essentially how I came up with West and Pinterest boards.
Pinterest.
So many Pinterest boards.
Yeah.
Pinterest.
Usually if you're looking at a reference, you just kind of draw what you see. And like the best advice I ever got for drawing was from my painting instructor in college, and he always said, draw what you see and not what you think you see.
Yeah.
And by that he means like when you're drawing an eyeball, you think of an eyeball looking like this, like, oh yeah, like, you know, eyeball thing. But in reality, eyeballs are like the weirdest looking shape.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like that usually ever.
No, you're just because like when you think eyeball, you're thinking of legit like eyeball.
Because I've heard many of my artist friends that they always say I can never draw what's in my head. Like
no,
you can't.
It's not impossible, but is extremely difficult and impractical.
Yeah, because there is an image that is in your head, and usually you cannot achieve that image, and that's why there's always that thought of this looks like shit.
I think yeah.
But yeah, it's because I used to take that as well, it's like, oh, I'm always drawing what's in my head, but no, it's like literally translating the image that is in my head onto paper. That is something that it can never really be done for me.
It's
and
also like
kind of
the that's a cool West.
Thank you.
The idea is like with face people, the closer something gets to real, like there's a I forgot what the term was, but like it's coming out with like not computers, robots that look like people. Like it looks creepy when the doll looks almost like a human.
Uncanny Valley.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So like I guess the more realistic you try to draw something, but you can't ever get there, so it looks off.
That's why a lot of, especially with 3D animation, it always looks really weird, especially when they're trying to emulate real life as close as they can, because it doesn't in our brain is just making that connection of that's not right.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I get that the whole uncanny valley. That's why I fucking hate dolls.
Yeah.
No, I like dolls.
I do not.
It
depends on the doll though. Like if it's like one of those weird porcelain ones, I'm like, no, cannot do it. Like my brain just immediately shuts down at that. Yeah.
I like that.
Then again, I'm a loser that's scared of spiders, so you know.
Yeah. I'm
hate
I'm
spiders.
afraid of fucking like concepts, but like, hey, this is a house that was owned by Charles Manson and sacrifices. Fucking let's go. This is a real skeleton. Cool. Have you seen? Because I have.
Okay.
Have
I like
you
skeletons.
seen the corpse of an animal being eaten by beetles for scientific purposes? And oh my god, that red, you could just not take that shit off. As a fucking rib cage is just kind of poking out to the skin. Like, that shit is in your brain for a fucking while.
Okay, Fox.
But the socioeconomic concept of poorness fucking terrifies me.
That terrifies me too.
Yeah.
I have innate fears of concepts, but I'm also my lizard brain does that instinctual thing.
Ah, scary.
Oh yeah, light. No.
Vic,
Darkness,
do you
not predator.
stick your tongue out and lick your eyeballs?
Yes, I do.
Because my lizard does that.
I knew a person that
I'm
fucking
currently
does
doing
thing.
the fighting stance that Mac does.
Or donut every time you come over.
Yes.
My bird wants to fucking fight Vic. Anytime he's over, my bird's just like, squirrel?
He's like doing the head bob thing, like I will fucking fight you, bitch.
And
Oh my god.
cockatiels like to I guess intimidate, like they expand their wings and they go upside down and expand their wings like, what up, bro? Like the whole like, what's up?
What's up?
So my cockatiel does that all the time.
Yes.
To you.
Yes, he
hates
does.
you.
He does not like me at all, and I don't know why.
I don't know what
I
did
don't
you
know
say?
I don't know what the fuck.
You
I
said
did.
something.
I don't know what the fuck I did to him. I just existed.
Way to go.
I clearly said something to him.
Oh my god.
I'm not a druid yet, so unfortunately I must have said something really offensive in bird.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
I keep trying to think of what class I would be if I was a real class, and then I'm like, nah, I'll probably just be a peasant. I don't think I would qualify in any class.
I think I would probably be a mix between a druid and a barbarian because I love animals and I also want to be left the fuck alone and I also have anger issues.
That's kind of what I think because I do also have anger issues.
I have anger issues and I find myself in so many moments where I'm like, I would literally throw a table if I could.
So yes, but I think that's just for me specifically. I think it's just a power fantasy that I would envision myself as a druid or a barbarian. But in real life, I'll just be a commoner, like most of us in real life. We just have 4 HP.
I would be.
And 10 on all our
I would be a
stats.
baker in a middle-sized town, maybe a village, and I would probably be charging like 5 copper for my bread. Thank you.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I don't know what my job would have been in the middle.
I actually secretly in my heart of hearts, I probably would want to be a farmer too, because
that's good.
Like ever since like I was a kid, like let's go into some deep Vic lore. When I was in kindergarten, I lied to my entire class because compulsive lying is a thing that is an offset of this.
Yeah.
I was a compulsive liar, and I told my entire class that they would never see me again starting tomorrow because I was moving to a farm to be a farmer and raise pigs and rabbits and vegetables.
That sounds amazing.
And that was like a thing I was like so dead set on, and then it never happened.
Vic, I told my entire kindergarten class that I was turning into a bear.
Lynn, I fucking love you. We would have been best friends. You're like, you're gonna be a farmer? You're gonna be a bear? Bet.
Let's go be druids in the woods.
Go make fort, bro.
Oh, yay.
Bless Fort Bro.
I think Alistair and Wes are the kindergarten brain cells in our heads that are just now.
They
meeting.
are.
Oh my god.
It makes so much sense now.
Everything's just falling into place.
I really like that Chaddington. I need him to be a deity in like the homebrew that I'm making.
So yeah, he definitely should. Is he the deity of wealth?
I don't know.
Deity of wealth, fortune, fame, guilds.
Yeah, maybe the whole adventure.
He's the god of adventurers.
Oh man. Yeah.
He's like the least adventuring looking god, but I love it.
He's the god.
He just shows up in
But
gold.
Daddy, I want to go on an adventure.
But Daddy.
And then he just descends from the heavens in a golden light. Yes, you can. Waves his little like golden scepter.
Just pray Daddy.
Seriously though, if you just make his eyes green and give him longer hair, that's Tabin. Like almost to a T.
Oh, no.
Which is, or give him glasses, but.
Well, I think I made his jaw a little too wide for Tabin, but yeah, no, I see it. Well, okay, let me compare it to my other Tabin real quick.
Oh God.
Folder.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open up my folder. It's fine. Drop pile can't see it. I'm like, thank God.
Drop how I can't see all the fucking dicks.
Thank God Twitch can't see my art folder.
If you want to sign to Drive 1, you get 5 gigabytes of cloud storage. Did you know that? I'm just writing on something.
Where's my Tabin? I know he's around here.
Which one?
The one I drew.
The one?
The one.
The one.
Oh, there he is.
Trying to.
You just open that
Is
real
his
quick.
dick out?
Yeah, it's his dick's out.
Okay. like you, like
Anytime
when we become, fuck, what's that goddamn stupid fuck band? I mean, that great band. When we are living the lifestyle of the rich and famous.
I made his jaw a little bit thinner.
Oh. Sure.
No, I did. It looks a little.
What'd you do?
No, Chaddington's chin's a little wider than Tabin's.
I've also known that most drawings of men have like a 9er.
And that's just how that one came out.
It's just, I think it's because realistically, it's not.
We made a joke that that's exactly the kind of dick he has.
Sure, I mean, fucking great for him. I mean, he knows how to use it. I mean, good. Do what you do, bro. People will be proud. I just love that every time that I see dicks being drawn. Like, that's like that's a little. That's not proportionate. That's not.
You're like, that's not realistic.
I am sorry I didn't have any reference to go off of.
Did you? Okay, wait. Did you show him the mirror image?
You have a
Which mirror
image?
image?
Dick?
The mirror image one.
The mirror image. You know the one with the mirror.
The spell, Vic.
Oh, the one I drew of Grayson. You mean?
Yes.
Oh no! Let me draw that. No,
Draw it right now.
Do not draw that
for everybody to see.
I'm afraid to show it honestly, but I'll do it. So you know the spell mirror image.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
Lynn has said that this is a spell that Grayson likes to take advantage of.
Okay. I'm ready.
He sounds so defeated.
I'm defeated myself. So I'm like, oh god, I really don't want to show this.
No, I mean,
you don't have to.
I want to see it. Show me.
Oh god.
wait, sorry. Oh my god. Here, unlock your phone again. I was laughing with my eyes closed. Oh shit. I like, because this is just like, like this is what I have to put up with.
That's what he has to put up with.
Oh my. You guys can insert your own goddamn fuck image, and that's probably what it is.
All right,
man.
That's the image that broke Jesus. So we're gonna end it right there.
Okay. This comes from a guy who, on his best friend's wedding, was like, "I know you're gonna get married, and I'm going to ask you the same thing that I've always asked you, and you keep saying no. Can I look at your dick?"
Yep. Were you denied again?
I was in that again. His wife was like, are you like gay? Like, can I see a bro's dick without being accused of something?
Bro, can't you just look at someone's dick?
Can I just look at a dick? Please? God.
Like, God, we all have them. Jeez.
God. How do you guys end this? Because I can go on for a tantrum about dicks for a while.
Okay.
Sometimes,
so that was a fun conversation on angels, demons, devils, gods, and dicks.
Well, to be fair, we circled back around to do these deities have genitalia?
That is right. That's correct. That is a topic that we had discussed. So
we're just gonna say that we'll just file that right in there.
We're just gonna file it.
Yes.
My pen has broken all over my hands.
It's because you were thinking about dicks.
I was thinking about dicks and gripping too hard. I guess. Sure, why not?
You got so overwhelmed, it just went.
Confused. Okay, guys. Do we have a topic for next week, or are we just gonna wing it and see what we get at the end of the week?
Lord.
Wait, Jesus, do you want to pick a topic for us to talk about?
No, you guys already. I was gonna say monstrosities, but you guys already kind of.
Yeah, we covered monsters.
Oh, artifacts.
Artifacts?
Like weapons and magical things.
We have to draw inanimate objects.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Vic.
Yes.
I'm gonna be sending you something.
Excuse
God damn.
Me. Excuse me.
I'm sending you something because I was talking to my the old squad and they reminded me that Grayson had these and I need to show you what they are.
Plural?
Yes.
Robo what?
It is nipple tassels?
There you go.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. That's right. Oh no.
Like he has
my favorite.
So does he wear them over his boots?
No, he does not.
I can't believe he had spider Crocs.
It's disgusting.
He had I can't believe
How dare!
He got dead with Crocs.
That's gross.
That's so.
Grayson does have pierced nipples. You are correct.
Yeah, those are his arcane focus.
They are not his arcane focus.
I'm the DM. I can do it.
It can be
Damn
something
it.
else's arcane focus.
There you go.
Heart of heart. That is what it is.
My heart of hearts. It is. Oh shit. Oh.
Goodness.
Have I derailed you guys too much?
No.
Okay,
You took this train to a happy place.
I think a good portion of chat enjoyed it, and then everybody else was like, "When are we going to talk about angels again?"
Can you stop talking about penis?
Including Vic. That's like, when are we going to stop talking about dicks, guys?
I thought this was gonna be a good wholesome angels discussion.
I draw dicks. I don't interact with them. What's happening?
I think I can make an argument over this is heathenistic and this is a good versus a bad heathenism.
I mean, angels, demons, devils, gods, dicks.
All Might.
All Might. Chatting to.
And then All Might.
And All Might.
Ooh, All Might. I'm pretty sure All Might has like a 10.
He for sure. Dicks don't interact. Thank you, Tad. I stand in solidarity with you on that.
Dicks aren't even all that.
They're scary.
I mean, not even all that great. Most vaginal orgasms aren't even with the penis.
I mean, yeah, you're correct on that. You're correct, sir.
Come on,
Wait, what?
He's mumbling.
I clocked out of that conversation. What?
Only that most vaginal orgasms aren't even with the penis.
Heyo.
Aye.
Hairy little flaccid things. Exactly.
Like, they're nice, I guess.
They're... Quit messing shit up with your tail, bro.
Dude, that was Dis. That wasn't me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Dis, quit spinning your dicks around. You're talking shit over the studio.
Wait, how many tails does Tails have? 2?
Yes.
Okay. Keep with this conversation.
I'm with you on this so far.
Tails has 2 tails and they spin around and he flies, right? Cute little flying fox thing, right? Cool. Awesome. Just now. Yes, two.
No.
They spin.
No.
Any helicopters.
Are those his wings?
We're turning it all the
No.
way around. Can angels' wings be their penis?
We're eventually gonna close out on this, but I'm just gonna throw in there. Devilman had an angel lady that had her tits out all the time, and her angel wings were on her head.
Oh yeah.
But her tits
Man,
were
I need
all
to
the
watch
time.
that again.
Devilman?
Devilman.
Devilman.
Yeah, Devilman Crybaby.
Yo, that anime will mess you up.
That was one of my ex's mom's favorite anime. She said she watched that as a little kid all the time.
Yeah, they had a reboot for Netflix. So you
With
should.
the tit angel thing?
Yes,
and all?
that's all there. You should definitely check it out. You
Fucking
might get
weird.
some inspiration in there.
Sure.
Ugh, that ending made me sad. It made me feel things. I didn't like
The
it.
ending made me feel nothing. That's how it was.
Like,
Ugh.
I hit full nihilism on that ending. I was like, fuck this.
this has no meaning.
Nothing means anything.
You have no power here with your angel tits.
Okay, guys, we're gonna call it a night before we talk more about angel dicks.
Yeah.
This will be edited, and Jesus will have to witness this entire conversation again about dicks and angels.
Hey, Bob Ross is painting right now.
Bob Ross is painting right now.
Bob Ross. From the grave.
From the grave.
He's a lich.
His lich. Bob Ross is a lich. Guys, that's it. Liches. Let's do liches next time.
Yes.
Okay.
Please. Thank you. Oh,
Let's do liches.
I have a couple lich ideas that you guys can go.
I like it.
I have an idea for a lich, but I don't think I can share it right now.
You should do the liches with their currency.
Which is with the worms.
Yeah,
with
maggots.
the maggots.
Yeah, maggots.
No, we had another word for it, didn't we? They were called something else.
I think it's literally called maggots.
Yeah, that's fair. They're either okay.
It's in that book that
It's
you
in this
have
book.
right now.
I'm gonna find it.
Go to the M where maggots
M.
are.
Was it maggots?
I'm pretty sure they're just called maggots.
Sworn it was another larva. That's the word we used.
Fuck!
I see. I was right. There was another word.
Larva.
I was right. This is what an argument in West Head looks like.
It's perfect.
And then you're like, oh, that's where the word brain fart comes from. Ah.
Oh no. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. We're gonna talk about liches, and we're gonna draw liches, and hopefully not dicks again.
We never drew them.
No, we just talked at length about them.
Talked at length.
Yes. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Join us on Monday for our podcast where we get more philosophical about things. I don't know if we have a topic yet or not.
We're going to discuss character death.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the perfect question for that then.
Yeah, discussing character deaths would be
Yes.
a topic.
I can't wait to discuss that.
And I have character death and progression of characters.
Okay, yeah. So see you Monday then. So. Good night, guys. Thank you for sticking around, and I apologize greatly for everything.
You know what you paid for.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't pay for anything. Okay.